You can even take live online classes with a language teacher. There are so many ways to learn with Babbel.
The lessons online and in the app make it easy to learn from pretty much anywhere.
University studies have shown that using Babbel for 15 hours is equivalent to a semester of college Spanish. If you want to learn a new language, there's no better way than Babbel. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. It means that when you hire us, you get a legal army. When it comes to law, size matters. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, "My doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. There are nights when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver." Unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Mr. and Mrs. Flavor, thank you for joining us.
Great to be here. I'm Barry. I'm the flavor of Barry.
I'm Janet. I'm bitter.
You wanted to talk about your son. He's the flavor menthol?
Yes, he's the menthol in a menthol cigarette.
He's such a disappointment. Out there getting people addicted. Being used by big tobacco to target black people. He could have been a lozenge.
Menthol cigarettes are just as addictive as regular cigarettes and harder to quit. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
We're Storm Smart. Here in Florida, that's a name people trust. For over 26 years, we've been making storm catcher screens, the leading hurricane safety product on the market, protecting over 90,000 Florida homes in communities just like yours. And while storms may come and go, one thing's for sure, Storm Smart's here to stay. Day in and day out, we'll be here, working harder to make sure you can breathe a little easier. SMART is protecting our community, today and tomorrow.
Of course, your favorite station is on the free iHeartRadio app. Take us with you anywhere and listen anytime. Plus, get thousands of other stations and playlists all free. Download our free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
iHeartRadio. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
95 right now is looking good in Palm Beach County. 15-minute ride southern to PGA. Turnpike northbound to crash 2 miles north of Atlantic Avenue in Delray Beach, but that is not blocking any lanes. And you're still having backups Hood Road at Jog in the Jupiter area because of a crash with lanes blocked. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Reese Windows and Doors.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word HAPPY right now to 20129. That's HAPPY to 20129.
Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword check at realradio921.com. That's check. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Well, good morning, sunshine.
What's today? Monday?
How was your weekend?
2 days. 2 days.
Very funny.
Seriously.
Seriously?
I thought it was too short.
Okay, then.
Get ready for a great week.
Have a great week.
Have a great week.
Here's to a great week.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, start the show.
It's showtime.
Well, color me happy. There's a sofa in here for two.
First time in an elevator.
Penthouse. The Penthouse.
Yes.
Wow, great view. I bet you can see all the way to the ocean from out here.
Penthouse, top floor, got everything I need and a lot more. High ceilings, marble floor, and my penthouse, top floor.
Hey, Mr. Greek, can I get your autograph?
Hey, Greek, what's happening, pal?
I'm 6 deep behind a 4. You can't find me.
Oh my God, it's Greek!
Turn it up, Captain.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Here's The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
It is The Penthouse on a Monday, and we will start the Super Bowl hype. And it is the week of love. Love and the Super Bowl. You guys got a chance to get tickets at 11:45 for the Honda Classic, one of the biggest golf events in our area every year, which we always look forward to. You got a chance to win $1,000 13 times a day, and so much more in the Penthouse on a Monday. And we're going to kick it. Just be happy you're not up north because it is cold. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello and good morning. Happy Monday, kids.
Happy Monday, Mr. Jimmy. How are you today?
I'm doing mighty well. How about yourself, G-Man?
I'm doing good, buddy. Doing good. Thought about you yesterday. I was at the track. Every gray horse we were partners in.
Nice.
They didn't come in, but
that's all right.
We were still partners. So if they won, I thought of you. And it was only because of you. And good morning to the sunshine of every day, Miss Francis.
Hi, what's going on? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Hello. Everybody have a good weekend?
It's different.
Yeah.
It was good.
Okay,
Actually,
I'll take that as no. Okay, all right. Because saying it's different normally isn't a good thing.
Well, sometimes that could be that way. You mentioned about being down at Gulfstream yesterday. Obviously, weather pretty decent because it was nothing but rain and overcast and everything up in the pizzle.
It was
for most of the day.
It was raining most of the day.
Oh, okay.
It was raining. It was a very small crowd. We had a bunch of guys there. A lot of us went down to one of our friends had a horse that was running. But it was a nice day. It was a good day. We had a lot of fun. And, same stuff. But it was good. It was a good time. Track was pretty empty, which was nice. And we just had a good time. But, it was more of just hanging out with a bunch of guys, smoking cigars, watching races, talking about the Super Bowl.
Right.
Same stuff. But it was good. So, Franny, how was your weekend? Did you drink at all?
I did have some cocktails. Yes, sir, I did. We had a birthday party at a Mexican restaurant. So there was some tequila. I'm going to start dry February again. I'm just kidding.
There was some
There
tequila.
was definitely some. Yeah. No, all in all, good weekend. I sat in a tattoo chair yesterday for 6.5 hours.
Oh, wow.
And I got some ink. Yep, I got inked up.
Is it done?
Yeah.
Can we see it?
Yeah, it's on my arm. I don't know how can you not see it?
Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't know. Let me see.
Yeah, so if you're on Real TV, you can look. It's brought to you by Monroe's of Palm Beach. I'm kind of doing it. So.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that makes sense when you say 6 hours.
Yes.
Yes.
So I got some work done. I got some magnolias. I got the Jupiter Lighthouse on me.
Oh, cool. Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little hard for me to tell with the glare and everything.
Yeah.
But,
that's very cool.
It's very shiny right now because I have the Aquaphor on it.
Yep.
Now, can you keep that on all the time? Like that shine?
It's just for healing. It's just, yeah.
I don't know. Like, do people do that or no?
I mean, you should keep your tattoos moisturized and sunblock on it, but especially the first few weeks, you should put a light layer on it.
But like a year from now, if you want to go out, do people ever do that? And
just to shine them up?
Yeah, because I don't know.
I don't know.
It's like putting on moisturizer
maybe.
on your face.
Yeah, and it is. It's just like a healing balm. So it's an intense moisture because a tattoo, it's going to scab over. I mean, it's just it's constant needles on you.
6.5 hours.
Yeah, 6.5 hours.
It's longer than my relationships. That's long. Wow.
And especially that because it's red. And red and yellows are usually the colors that fade the quickest in the sun. So super important to put sunscreen on that.
Yeah, exactly. And we just did a very not like light red. The rest is just gray scales and blacks and stuff. Because it was the Jupiter Lighthouse. Sure. I wanted that pop of red.
Cool.
Yeah, so it was
super nice.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm very, very happy with it. Frank did an awesome job. So
now, does your husband get his?
He got his on Saturday.
What'd he get?
He is getting because he's doing a cover up. So with cover ups, it's a little bit more intense, and he's got tattoos on his back.
Yeah,
and he's got like 3 or 4 that he's doing this massive. I'll see if I can get a picture.
Did you?
It's yes, he's doing yep, and they're gonna have what's the name of the ibis? What's his name?
Sebastian.
Sebastian. Yeah.
He's a big Kane fan.
He's doing a tiki kind of god thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So it turned out really cool. They just did the outline, which was about 6 hours for him too, and then he's got to go back for the coloring. So his is probably going to be more of like a 20-hour process. Wow. I know.
Well, I got to tell you, that's a genius idea because when you want to do a cover up, I mean, to be able to align something up that'll cover over what was there and still look like something brand new and completely like there's not 2 layers of something.
Yeah.
A tiki's a great idea because you can put all kinds of designs on it to make it look like that it's original.
Yeah. So his looks really good.
That's awesome.
It's gonna turn out really nice. But that was our Christmas presents for each other, and it just took some time. Yeah, that we said we were gonna get tattoos.
Man.
I know there's no way you could sit in a chair for even an hour.
I
You get your little breaks here, right? Like every now and then where you can get up and walk.
I got tired after 3 when I had my left one done with the dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Now, can you actually...
My butt hurt more than my arm hurt just from sitting there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I got to get up.
That's a pretty good place to get one because that didn't hurt too much right there on your forearm for anybody that isn't be able to see on the real TV. It's actually on Franny's forearm. And that seems to me like it would be a place that wouldn't be too painful.
No. I mean, still not like fun, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all.
Now, if you're in the chair, can you say to them, I need a break or no?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, you can say
the guy gave me 2 breaks.
He needs a break.
Exactly.
I would imagine at some point. I mean, it gets tiresome. The thing that always got me about tattoo artists and how they do it is just the constant wiping. Because you ink and then there's the excess ink. You've got to wipe that away. And then the ink and the excess of and it just would.
And you're hunched over too. It can't be comfortable being hunched over like that. So he was the one who was like, all right, we did 2 breaks. And I'm sure it was more for him than it was for me. Because like you said, I mean, just doing that work,
And when it's being done, did they tell you don't look until it's finished? You know what I'm saying? Like, you
can look as much as you want.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Cool. That's amazing. Like, I can't get a pedicure and a manicure anymore.
Without looking?
I can't do them at the same time anymore. I just can't.
Too long for you?
Yeah, I just can't. I got to go back. I got to separate. I really can't. I'll do one, and then I'll go back the next day, and I don't have the patience or the time. Not the time. I don't have the patience. I get very antsy, because I can't even imagine that. Like, what's the sex change? How long is that?
I actually don't know.
It depends on where you go.
Might be less than 6 hours, to be honest with you.
Probably some doctors do it pretty quick.
I mean, the Chiefs lose. I mean, things can be different. It is the Penthouse. We're going to come back. We're going to start a lot of Super Bowl talk this week. We're going to be live Friday at Golf Cart Place in Delray Beach, and we'll tell you all about that, Superior. But we're also going to talk about this old problem that keeps coming up about Mondays. Should it be a holiday? And I heard it yesterday about 7-8 times. I know, Jimmy, you had it, and people keep talking about it. We'll see what happens. It is the Penthouse on a Monday. Peace.
Rover's Morning Glory.
They did get an invitation here to a glow party. This person is the owner of a lifestyle club and says that I was told a while back that you visited the club, Rover. The previous owner passed away last year. So I guess the previous owner had a big mouth and was telling everyone that I went there one time or whatever.
How big of a mouth?
Rover's Morning Glory.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on Real Radio 92.1 for the Palm Beaches and 101.7 for the Treasure Coast.
Hey, it's the Greek for Supreme Golf Carts. If you want a golf cart, this is the place to go. 2411 North Federal Highway. New or pre-owned, gas or electric, custom, they can do it all. If you want to be a baller and have a great golf cart, make sure you go to Supreme Golf Carts. 2411 North Federal Highway. And February 10th, the Penthouse will be in the house for the big game live broadcast at Supreme Golf Carts, 2411 North Federal Highway. If you want a golf cart, there's only one place to go, Supreme Golf Carts. Peace.
Attention Florida homeowners. The MySafe Florida Home Program is now in effect. This program was enacted by the Florida legislature to help single-family homeowners in Florida protect their home against hurricanes and save money doing it. To learn more and apply for a free home hurricane inspection, go to mysafeflhome.com. That's mysafeflhome.com. Once again, that's mysafeflhome.com.
We're Storm Smart. Here in Florida, that's a name people trust. For over 26 years, we've been making storm catcher screens, the leading hurricane safety product on the market, protecting over 90,000 Florida homes in communities just like yours. And while storms may come and go, one thing's for sure, Storm Smart's here to stay. Day in and day out, we'll be here, working harder to make sure you can breathe a little easier. SMART is protecting our community, today and tomorrow.
Indulge in your favorite cookie treat and support the next generation of female entrepreneurs. It's Girl Scout cookie season, and that means Thin Mints, Tagalongs, Samoas, and s'mores. Find cookies near you at gssef.org and click on the cookie finder.
Hi there, I'm Mia. I'm Air.
You're Air?
Yeah, I just got out of the lungs of someone smoking a cheap little cigar outside a bodega. Oh, it was so smoky in there. And where there's smoke, there's
fire.
Cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, little cigars might taste sweet, but they still kill. I'm supposed to be helping people, not unhelping them.
You mean hurting?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm a bit of an airhead.
Little cigars are just as dangerous as regular cigarettes. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Every small business owner knows business happens everywhere. The office, the warehouse, or on the road. And no matter where it takes you, there's one solution to help your business thrive. Comcast Business Complete Connectivity. It's the largest, fastest, reliable network with advanced gig speed Wi-Fi and cyber threat protection in one solution. Plus, add Comcast Business Mobile and you can save up to 60% a year on your wireless bill. Get started for just $40 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add mobile. And ask how to get up to a $750 prepaid card.
Flight 291 is now boarding.
Yep, you're going places. And when you get there, be ready to do business. The complete connectivity solution from the company that powers more small businesses than any other provider. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New 100 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Gig internet required for gig Wi-Fi. Mobile savings compares pricing of top 3 carriers.
Hayes the Greek from Monroe's Big Weekend. New Orleans-inspired entertainment. Mardi Gras comes to Monroe's big contest. Lady with the most beads wins $250. And Sunday is the big game and the watch party. Where would you rather watch the game than with beautiful ladies, great entertainment, and great food? It's the big game and it's the watch parties. It's at Monroe's, February 12th. It's a big weekend. There's only one place to be, baby. Monroe's. Peace.
When you hire your local CertaPro painters, you get
the power of a cut above.
Decades of expertise to transform your home. From so-so to virtuoso.
The power of neighborhood painters.
We live where you live and probably like the same pizza place you do. Put
the power of pro
to work for you today. Get your project started at CertaPro.com.
Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated. License information available at CertaPro.com.
Poor Sam was a mess. Always itching, licking. His paws were soaking wet. He had bald spots on his back. DINOVITE.com. 2 weeks after he started Dynamite, I started seeing great improvements, and today 99% of his issues are non-existent.
Dynamite is nutrition.
Dynamite is the best thing you can do for your dog.
You won't believe how happy your dog will be.
I get my Dynamite from DINOVITE.com.
What you've heard about probiotics is probably wrong.
I eat yogurt, so I don't need to take a probiotic.
Probiotics? They don't really work.
It's time to learn the truth about probiotics and join the Align Healthy Gut Team Up. Align has probiotics to naturally help relieve occasional bloating, gas, and abdominal discomfort. Try Align probiotics for a month and see how great a healthy gut can feel. Get $2 off your first month of Align at AlignProbiotics.com.
As a Walgreens pharmacist, I talk with people all the time about little tips and tricks for filling their Medicare prescriptions, like taking advantage of Walgreens 90-day refills to save them a trip, or using Refill by Scan, which is super easy and right on your phone. And for anybody worried about prescription costs, I say, hey, we got you, with low-cost copays on many medications.
Let's talk about making things easier. Walgreens is here. Fill your way and save at walgreens.com/Medicare. See pharmacists for restrictions and exclusions.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
On the free iHeartRadio app, you never pay to hear what you love, and you never wait to hear.
Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
You're back in the Penthouse on a Monday, Super Bowl week, baby. It is a lot of hype. You'll hear so many different things, stories, and a lot going on. Grammys last night. I wonder how many people watched that. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good morning.
Good morning, Francis.
Hi, good morning.
5 people, I think.
I was going to say, I know I did not.
It seemed like everybody was there. I mean, they had a lot of the big stars there.
Only reason why I knew is because I was scrolling through social media at night, and I was like, "Oh, looky there! Beyonce won some more Grammys."
Yeah,
I was like, I totally forgot it was even on.
She has the all-time record now
Yeah.
for the most Grammys. Unbelievable. She got 4 more last night. Ooh, she crushed it. She's coming here, I think, right? August? August
She
18th?
did announce a tour, yeah.
At Hard Rock. If you watched the Grammys, had an opinion, let us know. There was the NFL All-Star Flag football game yesterday in Vegas. Sold out, Jimmy. How impressive is that for the NFL? Flag football, 59,000.
Really?
That's crazy. I mean, I thought people were going to go. I'm not saying that, but I didn't think sold out.
When does that ever happen for a Pro Bowl?
Yeah, and if it's not even football. It's like flag football.
Was it because it's Vegas?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But
That's
it's
probably.
Just, I mean, they cannot get enough of it. I know a couple of my friends were talking about it out there. They were selling tickets, scalpers, and they're getting them. But 59,000 they had.
Yeah,
That's a ton.
put that in another city, and I don't think that does quite as well.
You're probably right. I mean, but wow,
I can see that. That's a good point for Annie. I forgot that it was in Vegas. So, and you got all kinds, like, how many of that was comped?
Probably a lot. Yeah, I would say
people are out in Vegas to bet on the Super Bowl, and of course vacation. You can do all kinds of stuff like that, and then of course, I could see that. But maybe not. Maybe this is the trend. Maybe this is the way to go.
It might be. I mean, Eli and Peyton were the coaches, and Eli beat Peyton, and then you had Pete Davidson.
It was Snoop Dogg, right? And Pete.
Well, they were the captains.
Yeah.
But Eli and
I was going to say, I thought it was Snoop Dogg and.
They were the captains, but Eli and Peyton were the coaches. Peyton was a little upset that he lost the game after. I think it was 35-33. But yeah, when I saw 58, I watched it for a couple of minutes at the track, and I looked at, they showed the stands, and I'm like, wow.
Who cares why? I mean, that's success. I mean, that's great.
No, that's great for the league.
That they were able to finally find something that interests people's idea of a Pro Bowl.
You're right, because before it was losing it. People were not caring. Yeah. We had it down here a few years ago. I think it was in Orlando or Jacksonville recently, and people weren't really going. But the weather sucked too. It was cold, but still, I was like, "Wow, 59,000 for a game like that," and it's really just touch football. But you get to see the pros, and they had a lot of different competitions that the players did. But that I think it's successful for the NFL.
And they were just in like athletic wear, right? They weren't in
shorts and t-shirts.
Right. Okay, it wasn't pads or anything
flags,
like that.
Right,
the flags. Yeah.
Tariq Hill got to hit a shot at the end of the game. Pretty bad. Again, he was going for his play and somebody hit him. But it was, I know some people consume it. I don't know anybody who bet on it, but I really didn't research it too much yesterday. But I'm sure you could bet on it. But yeah, the NFL.
You can bet on anything these days, I'm sure the Pro Bowl is one of them.
Yeah, with all those guys there.
Yes.
Yeah.
But and I did have one friend who was trying to get tickets Friday night. I bumped into late in Boca, and he was trying to go Sunday. to out to Vegas, which was going to be very expensive to get a ticket that late and to fly out. But he wanted to go. It was either that or the Super Bowl. It is the Penthouse. It is a Monday. We're going to come back with This Day in History. Trifecta, another big trade of a ball player who said, I wasn't happy. It is the Penthouse, and we'll be back. Peace.
No one gives a big warm hug like us when you need it. Come on, get in here. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. What?
Hey, it's a Greek, and Real Radio wants you to score some red zone revenue. Your shot to score $1,000 is coming up at 5 past the hour on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice start to our Monday morning. Temperatures are in the 60s as we head out the door. Partly cloudy to mostly sunny as we get started as well. It's going to be comfortable, low humidity. Temperatures are in the mid-70s this afternoon. A little breezy at times. Winds are out of the northeast around 10 to 15 miles an hour. We're in the 70s again for the day on Tuesday.
This report is sponsored by the Ben Ferguson Podcast.
Coming up on the Ben Ferguson Podcast, the media is now turning on the White House, and John Kerry is under investigation for his ties to China by House Republicans. So what does this mean for the old guard? I'll explain it to you. Download the Ben Ferguson Podcast now.
As a Walgreens pharmacist, I talk with people all the time about little tips and tricks for filling their Medicare prescriptions, like taking advantage of Walgreens 90-day refills to save them a trip, or using Refill by Scan, which is super easy and right on your phone. And for anybody worried about prescription costs, I say, hey, we got you, with low-cost copays on many medications.
Let's talk about making things easier. Walgreens is here. Fill your way and save at walgreens.com/Medicare. See pharmacists for restrictions and exclusions.
What you've heard about probiotics is probably wrong.
I eat yogurt, so I don't need to take a probiotic.
Probiotics? They don't really work.
It's time to learn the truth about probiotics and join the Align Healthy Gut Team Up. Align has probiotics to naturally help relieve occasional bloating, gas, and abdominal discomfort. Try Align probiotics for a month and see how great a healthy gut can feel. Get $2 off your first month of Align at alignprobiotics.com.
It's fair time. The 64th Martin County Fair kicks off February 10th, featuring a Golden Buzzer winner from America's Got Talent Extreme, an opening night concert by another AGT music act, and new this year, the Hops and Hogs Beer Fest on opening night. A beer fest at the fair? Outstanding. Then grab some fair food and play some carnival games. The Martin County Fair, February 10th through 18th. Discounted tickets on sale now at martincountyfair.com.
Have you been injured in an accident? Morgan & Morgan will fight to get you more. We are America's largest injury law firm, and that means more than 800 lawyers, more offices nationwide, and more than $15 billion recovered for our clients. You deserve more, and we at Morgan & Morgan are ready to fight for more. Don't wait. Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com right now for an office near you.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, West Palm Beach. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information.
Looking for a real solution for ED?
So are we.
At forhims.com/radio, you can get access to the trusted generic versions of proven treatments for ED, like Viagra, for 95% less than the brand name price.
That's right, 95% less.
I was prescribed the generic for Viagra, and Hims shipped it directly to me for free in discreet packaging. I didn't have to go to the pharmacy, deal with insurance, or wait ages for an in-person appointment. The Hims process is super convenient, totally private, and 100% online. After you complete a simple medical intake at forhims.com/radio, a licensed medical provider assesses your information and determines if treatment might be right for you. Hims made it so simple to get access to treatment for my ED. Now, I feel like myself again.
And we feel like us again.
Start your free trial today at forhims.com/radio. That's forhims.com/radio for your free visit. forhims.com/radio.
Hey there, it's your favorite neighborhood Jeannie. I'm here to talk about one of the least magical things ever, high-interest debt. It's basically a curse cast by warlocks at the credit card companies. So rude. Here's some good news. With a Real Genius loan, you can pay off pesky debt by using your home's equity and potentially save hundreds every month. Use promo code RGCARD and get a $500 Visa gift card after closing. It's a wish that grants you more wishes. Visit realgenius.com or give them a call at 888-246-5906 to learn more about how they can help you banish high-interest debt now. Sorry, I'm passionate about savings. You've got to hear about the no closing cost options. Contact them for details at 888-246-5906 or visit realgenius.com. Now, legally, we can't tell you your mortgage interest will be tax deductible, so ask your tax advisor, because they can. Real Genius LLC, NMLS 2389303. Real Genius is an equal housing lender. Loan subject to credit approval, not licensed in all states. That was exhausting. Nap time?
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else. And we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. From your cell, dial pound 250 and say keyword great results. That's pound 250 and say great results.
Score big for the big game with a tailgate party pack at Duffy's Sports Grill. Pre-order your game day eats at your favorite Duffy's and receive double points when you order online. Now through Saturday, February 11th for pickup prior to the big game on Sunday, February 12th. Build your own party pack with Duffy's award-winning traditional jumbo or boneless wings, cheeseburger sliders, sideline baskets, and much more. Duffy's Sports Grill. Away game to go. Pre-order now.
This is Miami's Mike Gesicki, number 88, and I'll see you at Duffy's Sports Grill.
Duffy's. Our game is always on.
The state of California is out with a new law trying to muzzle any doctor who questions the COVID consensus. So what does that mean for medicine moving forward? We'll talk to one man who's suing the state. Listen to The Truth with Lisa Booth every Monday and Thursday, but you can listen throughout the week on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
95 right now is looking good in Palm Beach County. 15-minute ride southern to PGA. Turnpike northbound to crash 2 miles north of Atlantic Avenue in Delray Beach, but that is not blocking any lanes. And you're still having backups Hood Road at Jog in the Jupiter area because of a crash with lanes blocked. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Reese Windows and Doors.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Treasure Coast.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Monday. Hope you guys are having a good day. Get ready for the big week. You got the big game coming Sunday. Don't forget, get over to Monroe's and maybe check out the big game with a beautiful lady. That's a perfect place to go and watch the big game. And we'll be talking about the big game and parties and what you need and how much does it really cost to go to a Super Bowl. Jimmy's got that too, and so much more. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello, and good morning.
And good morning, Francis.
Hi, good morning.
And now it's time for the first trifecta of the day.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
He said he wasn't happy on Thursday or Wednesday, and he's making $40 million. So Kyrie Irving got traded over the weekend to the Dallas Mavericks. Nets made that happen pretty quick. There was a few teams that did want him. Lakers were one, and LeBron put out like a cryptic tweet yesterday and just said, maybe it's me. Because he really wanted Kyrie to team back up with him. They won a championship years ago, but it didn't work out, and he's on his way to Dallas. Kyrie has been a problem off the court for every team he's been with, but not on the court. He's averaging 27 points a game this year, and he will be in the All-Star game. He's having a very good season, but he's just the guy who's just never happy. So who knows if he's going to be happy with Mark Cuban in Dallas. I don't know if that's going to work out. Probably not. But again, he's not going to change because every time you turn around, there's another team that wants to give him $40 or $50 million and a max deal. So that was big news over the weekend, and that happened very quick. Very quick. The NFL teams are both in Arizona. They landed yesterday, the Eagles and the Chiefs. And the line is still the Eagles -1.5, but the over-under is now rising to 50.5. So if you like the over, you better bet it because it's going to keep going up. Eagles 1.5 and over under 50.5. We talked about this earlier, but the NFL did have their big all-star flag football game in Vegas. Very well. It seemed like the fans liked it, and the players seemed like they enjoyed it too. 58,000 were in the house. And now it's time for this day in history.
On this day in history.
Well, let's hop into the old time machine and go back to 245 years ago today, 1778. During the Revolutionary War, representatives from the United States and France signed the Treaty of Alliance in Paris. 235 years ago today, in 1788, Massachusetts ratified the U.S. Constitution, becoming the 6th state to join the Union. Fast forward to 1935, only 88 years ago today, the popular board game Monopoly went on sale for the very first time. 86 years ago today, 1937, remember this? Of Mice and Men was first published. 71 years ago today, 1952, King George VI had passed away in his sleep, which immediately elevated his daughter Elizabeth to the throne as the new Queen of England. Her official coronation wasn't until 16 months later on June 2nd of 1953. 64 years ago today, 1959, the first microchip is patented. For his invention of the integrated circuit, Jack Kilby was awarded the 2000 Nobel Prize in Physics. 52 years ago today, 1971, for some reason, astronaut Alan Shepard hit the first golf ball on the moon. He used a 6-iron, by the way, and the ball flew about 300 yards. Not a bad shot for a 6-iron, huh?
Yeah, I wonder where that golf club is.
I would imagine that's in probably one of the space museums, huh?
Because I bet you that would go for a lot if they put up for a bid.
Yeah. It was a one-arm shot, too, because I guess you couldn't get two hands onto it, because of the suit and everything that he had on at the time, too. As a matter of fact, when I saw this piece, it had a link to the video of it.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
That's sharp.
36 years ago today, in 1987, Sonny Bono declared his candidacy for mayor of Palm Springs. 35 years ago today, 1988, during the NBA All-Star Game and the slam dunk competition, Michael Jordan beat Dominic Wilkins by dunking from the free throw line. Is that the famous one that shows him?
Yep.
At the where they want to
100%. Yeah, he jumps up and all the posters and everything.
Okay,
the shirts.
that is the one. All right.
Yeah, that's it.
25 years ago today, 1998, Washington National Airport was renamed Ronald Reagan National Airport. 23 years ago today, in 2000, Hillary Clinton launched her successful candidacy for U.S. Senate. 18 years ago today, here comes our Super Bowl stuff. Super Bowl 39, it was in 2005. The New England Patriots defeated the Philadelphia Eagles 24-21 to win their third Super Bowl in 4 years. The Eagles finally got their revenge in 2018 at Super Bowl 52. That victory over the Patriots was their third in time in the Super Bowl and their first win. Their first matchup was against the Raiders in 81 in Super Bowl 15. That was for the Eagles. 12 years ago today, in 2011, the Green Bay Packers beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 31-25 at Super Bowl 45. The Black Eyed Peas did the halftime show, and the Packers quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, was the MVP. 9 years ago today, in 2014, Jay Leno hosted his last episode of The Tonight Show. He had previously retired in 2009, but returned the following year. And finally, on this day, in 2018, a not-so-distant 5 years ago, the SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket had its first test flight. On board was a Tesla automobile owned by, of course, Elon Musk. And that's what happened on this wonderful day, February 6th, in our history.
Thank you, Jimmy. We do it once a show to reflect on what's going on in the day we're in. You could think back to like the Super Bowls and different things, and right away when he brings those up, I always think about where I was, how I did on the game, and what was happening. But this year's Super Bowl is Sunday, and what is the average price that it will cost you to go to Super Bowl?
Well, somebody came up with the idea that because of the fact that the Pro Bowl wasn't very popular, and they came up with an idea of maybe doing the Loser Bowl, but we'll get more into that in a minute. Ever since the Super Bowl, the average cost to go to this year's Super Bowl is a whopping $18,098.66, and that includes tickets, airfare, hotel, parking, and food. So that's how they break that down.
Okay. Is that per two or one?
Per person.
Wow, that's a lot.
I mean, I'm assuming. It doesn't say a pair. It doesn't say a pair of tickets. It doesn't say hotel for 2 or 3 or 5 or whatever. It's just saying that includes a ticket, airfare, hotel, parking, and food.
That's a lot of money.
So that's a lot of money for people that really can't afford it. So this particular person was proposing the Loser Bowl. Have the game at a neutral location the week before the Super Bowl. Somewhere, in the middle of the country for, like Nebraska or something like that. And you have the 2 lowest teams, which this year would have been, I think, Chicago and Houston, right? They would have a game. You charge $1 to it, and concessions are free.
That would never happen.
Wouldn't happen. Well, boy, sure would be nice.
Yes, it
for
would.
anybody that can't afford to go to something like the Super Bowl. But anyway, $18,000, and that sounds about right. I mean, I think for hotel and airfare, especially
so much money,
especially the hotel.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think a lot of people take that into consideration. Greek was talking last week about you better book your hotel now, and it's like, man, can you even find something now? I guess you can.
Oh, for next year, I was saying.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. A year in advance is what you got to do.
Yeah. Vegas already. They said on the Strip they're already sold out a lot of places.
Oh yeah,
for that surprised. And the Formula One.
Yeah,
in November.
Yep.
They said but they said the Super Bowl, forget it, because it's in Vegas. It's going to be a party beyond belief, and a lot of big hotels are already sold out for next year's Super Bowl.
I'm not surprised.
Which is crazy. You call up, you're like, 2024?
I mean, but you also think about it. A lot of these people probably aren't even going to the Super Bowl, but they want to be in that atmosphere. Sure. They want to be in that environment, the excitement, the parties, all the things that are happening.
The who's who.
Yep.
And the NFL does a great job with experiences and different things. They have parties every night. They have so much for the fans. I'm sure they'll have it at the convention center. It'll be cool. But yeah, $18,000 is a lot of money.
It's a lot.
I mean, it really is. Like you said, that's why you price out the average fan.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got priced out a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's one of the things that I do love about doing like On This Day in History, because you'll see like they'll talk about Super Bowl III, right? Back in 71 or something like that. Yeah. And, like the ticket prices were $12.
Oh, yeah.
And it was at, Giant Stadium or whatever.
Free parking.
Yeah, for parking. They don't even consider that. Wasn't even a thought.
Nope.
Charging for parking.
They had high school bands doing a performance.
Like 50 cents for the program in high school. Yeah.
They had the local bands.
Marching bands did the halftime show for at least the first 10 years-ish or so.
Yeah.
During most of the 70s.
Yeah, but it was a couple of colleges and local bands that did it. High schools and colleges.
Do you know who the first performer, celebrity-wise, was at a Super Bowl halftime show?
It was a marching band.
No, but I mean after them. I mean like celebrity-wise.
Oh, celebrity-wise?
Yeah. Who was the first one to do a Super Bowl halftime show?
I don't remember.
I'm guessing, but I want to say Michael Jackson.
No, it was before him. I can't think off the time.
Okay.
But there was some people, you can look it up.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you knew off the top of your head.
I'm thinking in the 70s or in the 70s probably started. They started getting some kind of performers to do the halftime show. They had some musical groups, but they weren't like household names. I remember that.
It might have been Michael Jackson.
The first one ever?
I gotta look. Carol Channing's known as the first celebrity performer at Super Bowl halftime show.
What year was that?
Man, it looks like in the 70s.
Yeah, so there had to be other people after her.
Yeah.
But not like now. Rihanna, we still don't know who's going to come out on stage with her. I don't think it'll be Chris Brown.
Probably not.
No. I don't think it'll be Chris Rock.
Probably not.
I don't think it'll be Kevin Hart.
Speaking of Super Bowl, we need to jump on what Tennessee's doing. It's something that we've talked about for a long time.
Oh, here it is.
Yes, they're looking like they may have a bill. There's a couple senators there that are introducing a bill to replace the Columbus Day with the day after the Super Bowl as an official state holiday. So come on, let's do what Tennessee is doing.
Yeah, Florida. Florida, get on board.
Right? I'm curious if this is going to go down. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, this is just a proposed House bill, and they want to formally name it Super Bowl Monday, and people get the day off.
So they're taking away Columbus Day in Tennessee.
No.
Oh, they're not?
No, that was the original proposal was to substitute the Super Bowl Monday or whatever you want to call it, and they would eliminate Columbus Day. But when you got into the depth of it, they actually were not taking any other holidays away. Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about this for a long time. If you guys want to call us, you can, 877-927-6969.
Matter of fact, Representative Joe Towns Jr., who is one of the two representatives in Tennessee that proposed this bill, here's a quote from him. In the upcoming final version of the bill, we won't be replacing any other holidays, but with more than 16 million Americans expected to skip work the day after the Super Bowl and about 8 million expected to ask for the day off in advance, we're talking about a major hit in the workforce. My bill simply wants to examine giving the rest of us the day off, and let's face it, doesn't get much more American than the Super Bowl. And it's becoming more and more the norm to miss work the next day. So maybe we should just codify it or at least just talk about it. So debates over making Monday after the Super Bowl a national holiday have occurred for years now. There's research suggesting it's already one of the most unproductive days in the United States. I don't think anybody's going to argue that, right? The push to make Super Bowl Monday a national holiday, however, hasn't picked up much attraction. A 2013 petition asking the White House to declare the day after the Super Bowl a national holiday fell well short of the necessary signatures just for the White House to respond to it.
I'm surprised. I just think that people may not have known about it because we've heard this narrative for so long that everybody wants that Monday off.
So now they're suggesting going back to the states and letting the states deal with it. I mean, from a serious standpoint, the Cincinnati Bengals fans got a taste of that last year when schools was canceled the day after the Bengals appeared in the Super Bowl, and they didn't even win it, and they closed schools the following day. So maybe it will. Maybe this will be the time somebody actually gets a serious enough petition out there. Maybe Tennessee passes it, and we start going state by state.
So let me ask you: the Super Bowl is it a little later this year?
No.
So it's typically around this time.
6:30.
Okay. No. I mean date wise.
Oh yeah, date. There's an extra week.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. I thought so because I was looking on like the national holiday calendar, and they say that this day is known as what they call National Sickie Day, and I was like, I wonder if that's because it typically is the Monday after the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So the first Monday of every February is when most workers are likely to call in sick. So this year may change because it's Super Bowl is next week.
Month,
this Sunday, shall I say? But yeah, they say statistically the first Monday of every February is when most people call out sick.
So that would be today.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. That makes perfect sense. And actually, I think they're predicting to get the excuses ready now in 2027. It'll be on the 14th. Yeah. So it'll be February 14th will be the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but it's weird because when you read about this holiday, it does not put in there that it's the Monday typically after the Super Bowl.
I mean, again, I think this weekend, too, if you want to go out for the Lover's Day, Sunday might be a good day to go out, for the 3 days, because Tuesday and Monday will probably be packed, and Saturday, Sunday night, if you want to go out early, you might be able to get in.
Good luck getting your man to go out on Super Bowl Sunday.
Is there a TV on? Is there a TV on somewhere?
I'd be there.
Good luck with that.
You can text us Real Radio 47142, Real Radio 47142. You can also email Jimmy at realradio921.com, or call us 877-927-6969 should the Monday after be a holiday. And I have a lot of friends who take off. It could be a very difficult day for partying. If you lose, it's a tough one. There's some Mondays that I had to get out of bed after a bad Super Bowl. It's tough.
If you're an Eagles fan this year, and after you lose this year, you're going to want the day off.
What? Jimmy coming
Somebody's
in.
talking some crap. Somebody's coming in hard.
Shooter's got to shoot.
Sorry about that, James from Wellington. I know you're a big Eagles fan.
Shooter's got to shoot. Yeah, so if you're an Eagle fan, it might be tough, or a Chief fan, whatever.
Yeah.
But let us know what you guys think, and would it be tough? I do have a couple of friends who take off every year the Monday after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, you can plan ahead. People have vacation days. I know not everybody does, but it's when it's going to happen.
You can take a personal day.
Exactly.
You could take a sick day. You
take
could
a vacation day, whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, there is other ways around it. But people want it to be a national holiday so they don't have to utilize any of the days that they're allocated. And if you're going to call in sick, I think that's the worst thing. out of the 3. Just take it now. I mean, because they know when you call in next Monday. Like years ago, it's different.
Some
now.
companies don't care.
Yeah, some don't. You're right. But years ago, like when March Madness used to be on, and everybody had their games on their phones and all that access. Those were the worst days. Guys took off all the time that Thursday and Friday. Now you can get it on your computer, you can get it anywhere, so it's not as bad as it once was. So you said 24 million total, Jimmy. 16 were 8 million calling in sick, and I believe you said 16 million already.
Those numbers that were there, there was. But more than 16 million Americans are expected to skip work the day after, and 8 million expected to ask the day off in advance. So you're talking about 24 million that they'll expect. That number seems low. If you think about it, 24 million out of 330 million Americans.
And how many work? You got to cut that down. But it's still 24 million. I think it could be a little bit higher.
Yeah,
I do. So
I bet that number's much higher than that.
Yeah, maybe close to 40-ish.
That was just his estimation, of what he was thinking that it would be as far as people calling out the next day or putting in for it ahead of time.
And billions will be bet on it, whether it's a pool, a friendly bet. Bet with a sports book, a bet with your bookie, whatever. Billions of dollars would bet on. They never really know the amount. They can
trillions.
I
bet we're in the trillions by now.
You might be right,
especially with the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, with all the prop bets. I mean, it's getting ridiculous about prop bets that you can bet on any given Sunday, more or less the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well,
they said, now
47 pages that they have available for you in Vegas. So you can bet on anything.
I'm looking forward to seeing what the obscure ones are because those are always fun to look up.
They're probably already dropped, right? They probably already have them. I mean, we're
Thursday night.
Yeah.
Last Thursday.
Yeah. They always do it the Thursday before the Super Bowl?
Yep. 47 pages.
What's the reason behind that? To wait that long?
You have a week.
Okay.
Because the game is, here. I mean, there's everything on there that you can think of. Just crazy stuff. Music, different things, people, colors, Rihanna. I mean, anything you think about. You can bet on any single thing. But again, the more you bet, the bigger chance you have to not have a profitable day at the Super Bowl. And you should just enjoy it and have fun. It is the Penthouse on a Monday, kicking off Super Bowl week. Franny, I know we got some Florida stories. What do we have?
We do, yeah. Well, oh, man, this sucks for this Ferrari. This guy who owns a Ferrari. I don't know if you guys heard this story. Did not turn out very well for him. And then we have another person who yelled a word that you're not supposed to yell at an airport.
Uh-oh.
I'm sure you know what word that is. And then we also have an incident that happened because this guy claims his neighbor was jealous. Jealous of what? Well, I'll fill you in with all the details. Plus, make sure you are stay tuned around like 11:05 because we have another keyword, red zone revenue for $1,000 coming your way on the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice start to our Monday morning. Temperatures are in the 60s as we head out the door. Partly cloudy to mostly sunny as we get started as well. It's going to be comfortable, low humidity. Temperatures are in the mid-70s this afternoon. A little breezy at times. Winds are out of the northeast around 10 to 15 miles an hour. We're in the 70s again for the day on Tuesday.
This report is sponsored by Tri-County Metals.
Value Beauty Protection. 3 things a metal roof from Tri-County Metals will add to your home. Get the roof you want now. Financing is available with payments as low as $99 a month. Learn more at TriCountyMetals.com. That's TriCountyMetals.com.
If you've been thinking about doing laser hair removal, I am telling you, quit thinking about it and just do it. With the best in the biz, that's Begin a New Med Spa. This is Jupiter's premier luxury med spa. Hey, this is Franny, and I'm kicking myself in the behind that it took me so long to do this. I'm over halfway through my laser hair removal treatments with Begin a New's medical professional, Regan, and my skin is already noticeably smoother and so much more hair-free. Now, this is not all that Begin Anew offers. Feeling drab, not sleeping well, and no energy? Ask them about their Optimal Wellness Program. Wanting to lose weight? Then the game-changing semaglutide may be perfect for you. Begin Anew also offers testosterone replacement therapy, body sculpting, and Botox. You can check out all they have to offer, plus their February specials at beginanewmed.com. And when you book that appointment, let them know that Franny sent you. That's beginanewmed.com.
So I'm bullish on used cars right now. Go to my website, givemethevin.com, and you will get a great experience. They don't call us America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Attention Florida homeowners. The MySafe Florida Home program is now in effect. This program was enacted by the Florida legislature to help single-family homeowners in Florida protect their home against hurricanes and save money doing it. To learn more and apply for a free home hurricane inspection, go to MySafeFLHome.com. That's MySafeFLHome.com. Once again, that's MySafeFLHome.com.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, "My doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. There are nights when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver." Unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Hey, it's the Greek for Supreme Golf Carts. If you want a golf cart, this is the place to go. 2411 North Federal Highway. New or pre-owned, gas or electric, custom, they can do it all. If you want to be a baller and have a great golf cart, make sure you go to Supreme Golf Carts, 2411 North Federal Highway. And February 10th, the Penthouse will be in the house for the big game live broadcast at Supreme Golf Carts, 2411 North Federal Highway. If you want a golf cart, there's only one place to go, Supreme Golf Carts. Peace!
I studied Spanish in college and never got fluent. But then I tried Babbel.
Want the most effective way to learn another language? In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel's bite-sized lessons will have you learning another language in as little as 3 weeks.
Babbel is all conversation-based, so it gets you speaking quickly about things you actually talk about in the real world.
You'll really see a difference in how you can speak and how conversational you can be in just a few weeks.
Babbel isn't just lessons. You can listen to podcasts, play games, watch videos. You can even take live online classes with a language teacher. There are so many ways to learn with Babbel.
The lessons online and in the app make it easy to learn from pretty much anywhere.
University studies have shown that using Babbel for 15 hours is equivalent to a semester of college Spanish. If you want to learn a new language, there's no better way than Babbel. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
On the Exorcist Files podcast, a leading exorcist and demonologist shares stories of disturbing and vicious cases of possession. For the last 2 decades, Father Carlos Martins has encountered evil in nearly every way imaginable.
What Hollywood portrayed in The Exorcist with levitations, vomiting, spitting at the priest, all of that has not been a movie for me. I have seen that firsthand.
Listen to The Exorcist Files on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Greek for Tito's Handmade Vodka. Over 20 years ago, the first batch of Tito's Handmade Vodka was made in the heart of Austin, Texas. And tomorrow's batch will be 2. Tito's Handmade Vodka makes the good stuff for good times. Find recipes, videos, and more at Tito'sVodka.com. The big game is coming up, and everybody wants to know who's going to be the winner. Well, if you got Tito's in your team, you're always a winner. Tito's Handmade Vodka. Peace.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
If you're on 95 right now, accident-free in the West Palm area, north towards the Garden, south towards Lake Worth. Not seeing any big tie-ups. Things should be running pretty smoothly. And the same story for the Turnpike. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Reese Windows and Doors.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word HAPPY right now to 20129. That's HAPPY to 20129.
The Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some red zone revenue.
To the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Monday. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for always listening to Real Radio 921. Jimmy's in house.
Good morning.
And Francis is here.
Hey, what's up?
And it is time for some stories about Florida.
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 Did you say
Florida?
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Yeah, so this guy's Ferrari Roma had a really bad day, which I guess would mean this guy had a bad day too.
Maybe.
Probably.
So
Maybe.
this happened.
Bad feeling about this one.
Palm Beach County Fire Rescue described this situation earlier this week. Units had to respond to a local high-end car dealership after a car elevator ended up malfunctioning, causing the car to hang down the elevator shaft, excuse me. Crews had to, they say they had to first mitigate a fuel leak. They said it involved setting up a portable standpipes, cutting the power to the business. Once the leak was mitigated, they had special operations worker and Coffs Towing. Shout out to Coffs. And their new
Way to be.
You see them everywhere. And their new rotator record to remove the car from the elevator. I have photos of this. I'm going to see if I can post it. I mean, this car, the back end of it just got
smashed,
wrecked. Oh,
I'm sure he has insurance.
I would hope so.
Yeah. But it still sucks.
But like, how? How did this happen?
A malfunction.
I know.
It was probably in the 360 line. Whoops. Or the 280.
But they said, the crash happened while a customer was taking their car to the third floor parking garage. This is according to a staff member over at that dealership. And they said, very scary day at the Ferrari store. Nobody was hurt, thank goodness. And the fire department did a great job. So, this car is worth $250,000. Nothing. Not a big deal.
Somebody's getting sued.
Not a big deal.
Oof.
Yeah, that thing got that. I mean, it looks totaled. And then in your Florida stories, we have another Florida man who got upset. And, listen, I get it, but you should do your research when you book your tickets over some baggage fees. So he was arrested. Orlando International Airport this past Thursday. And the reason why is because he said there was a bomb on the plane.
Oh, my God.
Learn your lesson, people. Like, just don't use the word bomb. Ever.
No, you can't.
Ever. At an airport, at a Home Depot bathroom. Do you remember that one story? That guy's like, I'm about to drop a bomb in here.
That still makes rounds.
It's so good.
Yeah. That made rounds on IG Reels last week.
Yeah, so Danny Curry and his wife were at the airport, and they were going to go on to their Spirit Airlines flight. And Spirit's the one that will bang you up. The tickets are cheap, but you pay for every single thing after the fact.
Now, how much what we talking ballpark, like for fees and stuff like that? Like $50, $60?
If you do like a carry-on, it's like $35. But the sooner you do it, the cheaper it is. So the closer you get to your trip, they start adding on. The fees do. They get more expensive.
Wow.
So when you book your ticket, they give you an option to get like a discounted rate at the time of booking. Carry on. You can bring a backpack or a purse.
Okay.
But no charge. But any other kind of like carry on or something like that, they start charging you. And then of course, if you're checking in bags, it's even more money.
Per day? I mean, per trip? I mean, or is it round trip?
No, it's per trip.
Wow. So it could be like $70, $80.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
Screw that.
Right? They were at the airport and they were going
That's
from.
a lot.
Yeah, it is. It is. But they were going
That's
to
a lot.
They were
That's
going
a
to
lot of money.
Orlando to Pensacola. I should have just taken a road trip, right?
Yeah, take a bike.
I don't know if I'd take a bike, but he was upset about these carry-on bag fees, which I meant sometimes are pretty expensive, and allegedly mentioned that the plane would have to be deplaned because there was a bomb on board.
Oh
well, you can't do that.
What is he
He was like, I bet you everyone on the aircraft is going to deplane. There's a bomb on the aircraft. Well, his wife was like, oh my God, he's just kidding. It's not true. Doesn't matter.
You can't
Doesn't
say
matter.
Can't
once
say
it's
it.
said.
Yep.
Now
this
he
guy-
had fees. Now he's got more fees.
Well, this guy doubled down. So the employee called 911. He's like, you want me to say it again? And they're like, I mean, no, we don't.
He
But
sounds like a
Once you
knucklehead.
said it,
Yeah.
you were already in trouble. So.
he was arrested and booked into jail.
Can't get a little pregnant, pal.
And then finally on here, there's a Florida man who's claiming that his neighbors are jealous. And they're not jealous of his like sweet ass pool or nice backyard or whatever it is. It looks like, and this was, by the way, so Dr. Phil said he's canceling, right? He's ending his show.
It's retiring, yeah.
He's retiring, not canceling,
lost a lot
excuse me.
of
His
his sponsors.
He's retiring. I guess these neighbors had a feud on Dr. Phil. So Florida. Divisiveness in America was the episode. And the host introduced this guy, Darren, who's been feeding wild iguanas in his South Florida community. And he was just like, Darren said, my neighbors are getting so jealous. They're getting jealous because they see me having fun. I even said to one of them, why
Feed
are you so
iguanas?
jealous? You can come feed the iguanas with me. Yes, he thinks his neighbors are jealous of him because he's having so much fun with the iguanas, feeding the iguanas.
Okay,
No.
so what's the real reason?
Because they're nuisances. There's iguanas everywhere because this guy's feeding iguanas. And the neighbors are just like, dude,
probably
quit feeding the iguanas.
He probably has a couple hundred coming there every day.
He thinks he can turn this iguana feeding into a business venture, is what he says.
Feed the iguanas.
Iguana
Yeah.
Country Safari
Yeah.
coming up.
That's what he thinks.
$29.95.
If you went to some tropical place, you'd be probably paying $200 to feed iguanas. Where? What? What I do.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. He was like, what I do is an experience. I just came up with this good idea. I should do an Airbnb experience. I have people come to my house, feed the iguanas on my patio, and I'll put a little gumball machine where you get the food out and all they have. And I love this, food out and all that, and really piss my neighbors off is what he said. Yeah. So his neighbor Matthew noted that there's numerous issues with this guy Darren feeding these wild lizards. He said he's a nightmare to our community. Everything you're not supposed to do, he's doing. And I'm absolutely sick of him and all of these iguanas that are all over the place. So I get it. There was that one lady, remember, she was feeding like the buzzards or something?
Oh, yeah, in PJ.
Yeah.
And that was a disaster.
It was a mess.
Yeah.
And I mean a mess because they were pooping all over people's screened patios and stuff
man.
like that.
I imagine the same thing's happening here.
Oh, yeah. So we will see what happens between the two. I don't know if he lives somewhere that has a homeowners association or not, because you would think they would nip that right away.
Yeah, you would think they would jump in already.
Get Dr. Phil out of retirement. Maybe he can come solve the problem.
They were on Dr. Phil with this. I don't know if it resolved.
Nah,
Sounds like
damn
they
it.
get resolved.
All right.
Dr. Phil in the house.
Yes. And that is your What the Florida.
Great job, Francis. Always appreciate those stories. You guys give them to us. We give them back to you. Florida Stories, 11:05 and 105. Don't forget today at 11:45, your chance to win Honda Classic tickets. It is the Penthouse on a Monday. We'll be back.
Rover's Morning Glory.
Studies say Americans are sick and tired of being asked to provide a tip at every business they purchase something at. Now, Crystal, you used to work at Starbucks. How many people would tip when they got their coffee there?
Not many, but the people that did, it was exciting. You're like, thank you so much. Even if they put a buck in there, it was really nice.
Rex has a Crystal joke here and says Crystal got way more tips at the Swingers Club. He just sent the text in.
Just a tip.
Rover's Morning Glory.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on Real Radio 92.1 for the Palm Beaches and 101.7 for the Treasure Coast.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice one on our Monday. Temperatures are in the 70s as we move throughout the afternoon. Low humidity, so it's nice and comfortable out there. Plenty of sunshine and a light breeze. Winds are out of the northeast around 10 to 15 miles per hour. This calm weather pattern continues again for the day tomorrow. Back in the 70s for Tuesday. Our next cold front moves in for the end of the week. week.
This report is sponsored by the Truth with Lisa Booth podcast.
The state of California is out with a new law trying to muzzle any doctor who questions the COVID consensus. So what does that mean for medicine moving forward? We'll talk to one man who's suing the state. Listen to The Truth with Lisa Booth every Monday and Thursday, but you can listen throughout the week on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
As a Walgreens pharmacist, I talk with people all the time about little tips and tricks for filling their Medicare prescriptions, like taking advantage of Walgreens 90-day refills to save them a trip, or using Refill by Scan, which is super easy and right on your phone. And for anybody worried about prescription costs, I say, hey, we got you, with low-cost copays on many medications.
Let's talk about making things easier. Walgreens is here. Fill your way and save at walgreens.com/Medicare. See pharmacists for restrictions and exclusions.
Hey, it's the Greek for Supreme Golf Carts. If you want a golf cart, this is the place to go. 2411 North Federal Highway. New or pre-owned, gas or electric, custom, they can do it all. If you want to be a baller and have a great golf cart, make sure you go to Supreme Golf Carts, 2411 North Federal Highway. And February 10th, the Penthouse will be in the house for the big game live broadcast at Supreme Golf Carts, 2411 North Federal Highway. If you want a golf cart, there's only one place to go, Supreme Golf Carts. Peace!
What you've heard about probiotics is probably wrong. I eat yogurt, so I don't need to take a probiotic.
Probiotics? They don't really work.
It's time to learn the truth about probiotics and join the Align Healthy Gut Team Up. Align has probiotics to naturally help relieve occasional bloating, gas, and abdominal discomfort. Try Align probiotics for a month and see how great a healthy gut can feel. Get $2 off your first month of Align at alignprobiotics.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-467-2766. 800-467-2766. 800-467-2766.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
Attention Florida homeowners. The My Safe Florida Home program is now in effect. This program was enacted by the Florida legislature to help single-family homeowners in Florida protect their home against hurricanes and save money doing it. To learn more and apply for a free home hurricane inspection, go to mysafeflhome.com. That's mysafeflhome.com. Once again, that's mysafeflhome.com.
My name is David Lowe, and I want to sue your homeowner's insurance company. If your homeowner's insurance claim has been wrongfully denied or underpaid by your insurance company, call me at 844-96-CLAIM, 844-96-CLAIM, or visit davidlowepa.com.
Available in Fort Lauderdale, Cape Coral, and Orlando.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
If you're on 95 right now, accident-free in the West Palm area, north towards the Garden, south towards Lake Worth. Not seeing any big tie-ups. Things should be running pretty smoothly. And the same story for the Turnpike. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Reese Windows and Doors.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word HAPPY right now to 20129. That's HAPPY to 20129.
On the Exorcist Files podcast, a leading exorcist and demonologist shares stories of disturbing and vicious cases of possession. For the last 2 decades, Father Carlos Martins has encountered evil in nearly every way imaginable.
What Hollywood portrayed in The Exorcist with levitations, vomiting, spitting at the priest, all of that has not been a movie for me. I have seen that firsthand.
Listen to The Exorcist Files on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you are back in the Penthouse on a Monday, February 6th. Thank you so much for tuning in. Listen, you can always get in touch with us. We want you to be part of the show. That toll-free number is 877-927-6969. You can email us, Jimmy@realradio921.com. We got that text line open at 47142. You just got to start it off with Real Radio. What's going on? This is Franny. Of course, we have Jimmy in the house. Hi, Jimmy.
Hello and good morning.
And good morning to you, G-Man. Hi, Greek.
How are you, Miss Francis?
Oh, super.
And your tattoo looks very, very sharp.
Well, thank you.
Jimmy, you always look good. You're like a $100 bill.
Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
And G-Man, you look fantastic, too. It is It's Compliment Day. I feel like we just had Compliment Day, didn't we?
Last week.
Right?
It's National Compliment Day?
It's Compliment Day again.
Yeah, I was going to say. I thought that was just the other day.
Why so many? You know what? You should compliment every day. Today's actually, it's called Pay a Compliment Day.
Like money-wise?
No. No, give somebody but give somebody a compliment.
Oh, I thought like you pay
a compliment.
somebody. Like I can see me paying you to give me a compliment. Like, here you go. Here's some money. Last night with the Grammys, and a lot of things we always talk about is what stars get, and they get some unbelievable stuff in their bags. I know, Franny, you got a little bit of some information about this, so maybe you might be jealous. Maybe not.
Yeah, it would be nice to get one of these goodie bags, right? So it looks like this year, these bags, and from, they say, I think it was around like $60,000 in some goodies that they got.
Oh, it's low this year.
And these swag bags, almost like $250,000, right? And these swag bags. What's going on, Grammys? So among them are almost about, $10,000 worth of cosmetics. And they say in beautification supplies, such as liposuction treatments from Art Lipo. They said that there's a very good skincare line that's in there. Miage, I think it's called. I believe that's how you say it. Also donated over $500 of its products to each bag. They said the gifts range from a cleaning robot to a luxury shower head and designer sunglasses from TurboFlex.
Oh, that's nice.
Uh-huh. They said, but one of the most, they said, welcome gifts of all, if you happen to be a new parent, they had a $1,200 Bugaboo Fox 3 baby stroller, which is really interesting to have in a celebrity swag. I know you can't put that in the swag bag, but as a gift. And those were given to the presenters, performers, and executives.
And what is it? A Bugaboo?
It's a Bugaboo Fox 3 baby stroller.
Is that the one that walks itself?
Probably.
Because there was one I saw an article, and I'm serious. There was an article last week about they've invented a stroller that hands-free. It'll walk by itself. You just program it, and it does its own thing.
They showcased that at the big tech conference in Vegas.
Yeah, CES in the beginning of January.
So it goes itself. You don't need anybody to push it.
I mean, you should be there.
I'm just saying, you're going to let your kid just go? I'll be back in 20 minutes.
And that's what, I had the same reaction. My first, when I was reading, I'm like, who would do that? The idea is if you pick up your child out of the stroller and you're holding it to feed it or something like that, and you're still walking, it'll walk by it. It'll go with you.
Okay.
So it's not
That's the idea. It's not that you put the kid in it and just let it run on its own.
Oh, I thought you're sitting on the phone.
Like that terrible bear.
Like you're in your backyard. Great parenting. He goes around the neighborhood a couple times, comes back. Here you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So basically, it's just so you can, it tags along with you.
Wonder if anybody would do that to some of the stories you hear. Go ahead, put the baby in the
You know they would. Unless there's got a sensor in it that knows that there's a child in it, so it won't do it.
I got to look into this Aper Seagull Plus. That's the robotic cleaner because it's only, they say, estimated around $500.
Tell them to keep it.
Right?
500?
That's what it says. A robotic cleaner, estimated cost to close to $500. That shower head, this is expensive for me for a shower head. $325.
I paid more for it.
For a shower head?
Yeah.
I mean, depends on what that shower head does, but this one, I'm just curious. Like $325. You can buy it. Well, you can buy it on Amazon.
Any laptops or iPhones? Drones?
I did not see any. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
No, I'm just saying 60,000's a lot.
Yeah.
To put in a bag.
Well, I mean, 10,000 of it was cosmetic procedures.
You say 10 grand for cosmetics.
Super Bowl tickets? That'd be sweet. Imagine that, throwing Super Bowl tickets.
Oh, they get them now.
Right.
Yeah. Get them going.
They do. Celebs get them. A bunch of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of money, 60,000.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy, do you remember years ago? I know you're a fan of Sopranos. Remember when they robbed an actress, Lauren Bacall, of her gift bag at the Beverly Hills Hilton? Do you remember that? They were out in California. Oh my God!
It was in the show. Yeah. It was in the show. Christopher
Christopher does.
Who went with Christopher and they were pitching the movie?
They were pitching
his movie or television show or whatever the hell that
was. It was a Wise Guy movie. And they were out in California.
Sir something. Who was the guy? The bald-headed dude.
I forget who it is.
And they were pitching him, and they swiped a whole bunch of swag bags from one of the shows. Yeah.
At the Beverly Hills Hilton.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah.
I don't know how much liposuction is, but I'm guessing that was a very high ticket
Maybe
item
10,000?
too.
That's kind of surprising in today's day and age.
Yeah, well, we even read it was like the most popular cosmetic surgery this year was liposuction. Yep.
Yep.
Wow. Well, a lot of
the
people,
way they like promote
Big
being big anymore.
So, well, no, but that's what they're doing. They're sucking fat using lipo from one place and putting it in the backside.
All right.
So they're just moving around your fat these days.
So you're not actually getting rid of it.
It's like a road. They give you another path.
Yeah, they're moving it.
Okay.
Yeah. It is very, very popular. There's this doctor in Miami that I follow, and the magic, and I know it's not magic, but it is insane how he takes fat from women's midsections or whatever it is and puts it in their backside, and he makes them have these tiny waists and these big old boot. My girlfriend's actually looking into getting some stuff done, and he said, because a lot of people may not have that weight on them, and that's why they want a backside, right? They want a bigger rear end because they just don't have a big one and they can't grow one or whatever. They don't want to go to the gym and like try to make it happen on their own. But he will tell people that if they want to have enough back there, he will have his patients put on weight in order for him to have something to take out and put back in.
So they maybe like for 3 months you eat milkshakes,
just
McDonald's,
have the best time of your life.
ice cream.
Wow.
Apple pie.
It sounds like a dream.
Like when you go for a surgery, they give you like a prep sheet, regular. This is what you should do before the surgery. Yeah. This one is like, you got to eat.
Just eat everything. Eat all you want.
No
fasting.
No
fasting at all.
I need you to put on 20 pounds. All right.
That is amazing.
I've seen some of them. I don't get it. I don't know why anybody would want to look like that.
Yeah. Some people do it very naturally, and I guess this is more of a natural route than doing the implants. And those, I don't know how popular they were before, but we saw some botched ones where they invert, they turn like inside out or something.
Oh, remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, we did a story on it.
Yeah. And I just can't imagine. I mean, I have my breasts done, and even laying on my stomach's not comfortable, so I can't imagine sitting on that. Right? To me, I feel like it'd feel so weird sitting on like a foreign object all the time.
I wonder how that would feel. You think it would feel like same as maybe like being on a waterbed, or not as loose? Because it's got to be hard.
I don't know if it would feel like sitting on a waterbed, G-Man. I don't think...
Bills is the keyword this hour, 11 a.m. hour. Keyword bills go real radio.
I don't feel like it feels like you're sitting on waves.
Hey,
if anybody has their ass implants done, let us know what it feels like.
877-927-6968. Or
Jimmy at realradio921.com. Send pictures.
There you go.
And maybe you experience it. You might not have your ass done, but maybe you were with somebody who had their ass done.
Know a friend.
And hence the big ass terminology came out. And big ass in gambling means that you're very lucky. A lot of times people say that.
Yeah.
But that's pretty wild where they can take the fat and move it around. And they'll make you feel a lot better about everything. But that's today. Technology is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
There is a stat that says plastic surgery, if you get one, you'll get at least 3 over a course of 10 years. I think I should have been a plastic surgeon. That's got to be a good gig. A lot of work, but maybe get somebody else to do it and you just meet the clients.
Oh my gosh! Well, then why don't you
that sounds like everything else that you do. You just come up with the idea. You get everybody else to do the work.
Why don't you just become an office manager at a cosmetic surgeon's office and do the consultations?
Yeah, but I'm not going to get all the
You're
fame.
the one who's doing this, but you're the one who's doing the selling. You have to sit in there with them, bring in the doctor. You don't have to actually do the surgery itself.
It's still going to be your face on the business card, and that's what counts. I mean,
maybe I got to call Dr. Gregory Albert.
There you go.
See if I can hook something up. It is the Penthouse on Monday. We're going to come back with a trifecta. And then 11:45, we got something for you today. Honda Classic tickets. Everybody usually wants to go. It's a great time. It's a great event. And you're going to have your first opportunity. Who's most likely to? It's a scenario that we will talk about. And then you have to say, is it Jimmy? Is it Francis? Or is it that other guy? We'll be back. Peace.
Introducing the latest way to hear the greatest station in the world. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
Hey, it's the Greek, and Real Radio wants you to score some red zone revenue. Your shot to score $1,000 is coming up at 5 past the hour on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice one on our Monday. Temperatures are in the 70s as we move throughout the afternoon. Low humidity, so it's nice and comfortable out there. Plenty of sunshine and a light breeze. Winds are out of the northeast around 10 to 15 miles per hour. This calm weather pattern continues again for the day tomorrow. Back in the 70s for Tuesday. Our next cold front moves in for the end of the week.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. Need bucks with Jackson Hewitt? Don't wait weeks for the IRS to send your tax refund. Come in today for up to $3,500 with a no-interest, no-fee refund advance loan when you file your taxes at Jackson Hewitt. For eligible clients, loans by Republic Bank and Trust Company. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Hey, it's the Greek for Supreme Golf Carts. If you want a golf cart, this is the place to go. 2411 North Federal Highway. New or pre-owned, gas or electric, custom, they can do it all. If you want to be a baller and have a great golf cart, make sure you go to Supreme Golf Carts. 2411 North Federal Highway. And February 10th, the Penthouse will be in the house for the big game live broadcast at Supreme Golf Carts, 2411 North Federal Highway. If you want a golf cart, there's only one place to go, Supreme Golf Carts. Peace!
We're Storm Smart. Here in Florida, that's a name people trust. And while storms may come and go, one thing's for sure. Storm Smart's here to stay. Smart is protecting our community today and tomorrow. Storm Smart.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. In office, West Palm Beach.
As a Walgreens pharmacist, I talk with people all the time about little tips and tricks for filling their Medicare prescriptions. Like taking advantage of Walgreens 90-day refills to save them a trip. Or using Refill by Scan, which is super easy and right on your phone. And for anybody worried about prescription costs, I say, hey, we got you, with low-cost copays on many medications.
Let's talk about making things easier. Walgreens is here. Fill your way and save at walgreens.com/Medicare. See pharmacists for restrictions and exclusions.
What you've heard about probiotics is probably wrong.
I eat yogurt, so I don't need to take a probiotic.
Probiotics? They don't really work.
It's time to learn the truth about probiotics and join the Align Healthy Gut Team Up. Align has probiotics to naturally help relieve occasional bloating, gas, and abdominal discomfort. Try Align probiotics for a month and see how great a healthy gut can feel. Get $2 off your first month of Align at alignprobiotics.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word HAPPY right now to 20129. That's HAPPY to 20129.
For more information about contests on the station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Josh, quote, "After walking around my whole life being a mouth breather, I was excited to try Navage. I read the directions carefully, pressed the button, and oh my gosh, what a sensation. So much mucus, so much crud, but oh sweet, merciful air I can finally breathe you through my nose. Never have I ever taken such an amazing breath in my life. This is a life changer," unquote. He's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
What the Florida is sponsored by Superior Street Golf Carts.
Joint pain. It's something that can literally stop us in our tracks. At Florida Joint Pain Experts, we offer a revolutionary specialized course of treatment, perfected over 10 years, that can eliminate your pain. Our regenerative therapies actually repair damaged tissue, restoring the joint and eliminating the pain, not masking it with drugs or risky invasive surgery. If you suffer with joint pain, arthritis, age, degeneration, or a sports injury, and have been told you need knee, hip, shoulder, or back surgery, Florida Joint Pain Experts offers revolutionary non-surgical solutions with actual regrowth of your own tissue with no downtime and long-lasting results. Call right now and set up your free examination with one of our highly specialized doctors at one of our 8 leading-edge clinics in Palm Beach, Broward, and and Miami. Experience VIP medical care at its best. Call right now and see how you can get your first treatment free. Call 800-262-6117. That's 800-262-6117. 800-262-6117.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
No major tie-ups as you head along 95 right now in the West Palm area. And heading south, it gets busy in the Boca del Rey area, but we are not seeing any big tie-ups there either. No lanes blocked for any accidents. I'm Joel Malley.
This report is sponsored by Tri-County Metals.
Value, beauty, protection. 3 things that a metal roof from Tri-County TriCountyMetals.com.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you are back in the PH. Thank you so much for tuning in on that FM dial, or of course, that absolutely free iHeart Radio app. Hope you had a phenomenal weekend. Let's kick this Monday in the ass. How about that, Jimmy?
Sounds good to me. Let's do it.
What's up?
Bop, right in the butt.
Right in the butt. That is the best producer ever, Jimmy.
Might hear that again.
Hi, this is Franny, and of course, we have G-Man somewhere in the house. But in about 10 minutes, we do want you to get ready, get close to those phones, because we're going to give you that cue to call for tickets, a pair of tickets to the 2023 Honda Classic. That is February 20th through the 26th, and we do have your one-day passes to that. I know that we're going to be in the house a couple days, too. Very excited about that. This is one of the hottest events here in South Florida. What's up, G?
Good morning, Miss Francis. Good morning, Mr. Jimmy.
Hello, hello.
And I think it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
All right, so he wasn't happy, Kyrie Irving. He said it, and his team made it happen. He got traded again. So this is his 4th team. Will this work out? Probably not.
Nope.
Will he? Will he be there long?
Nope.
Nope, probably not. Mark Cuban, I'm surprised that he really jumped in this pool, but he wants to win. I guess they feel that the West is open this year in the NBA. There's a lot of teams very close with wins and losses. The Warriors are the champs, but they're not having a great season. Steph Curry just got hurt. But Kyrie is a Dallas Maverick, and he is on the All-Star team. He was on the East, now he's on the West. LeBron James tweeted out something very cryptic yesterday. He said, maybe it's me. And I don't know. I don't know what it is, what that means, if LeBron's blaming himself, or maybe it's just like, maybe it's me. I see things different than other people. But anyway, Kyrie Irving's going to Dallas. I wonder how he's going to like living out there. We'll see. But with $40 million in your pocket, I think anything could be fine. But again, it's a ball player running the NBA again and running the team. Just saying, hey, I don't want to be here anymore. But as long as other teams want these guys, they're going to keep doing the same thing every single time. The Super Bowl is Sunday, and the teams are both in Arizona. They arrived yesterday. The Eagles are -1.5. Over is 50.5. And there was a Madden game that was played yesterday, and the Eagles beat the Chiefs 31-17, and Hurts was the MVP. Got to remember this next week. See what happens. Hurts is the MVP, and they won 31-17. That would not be a good outcome for the Penthouse, but we'll see what happens. I'm calling for a celebration.
You said that was Madden?
Yes.
The Madden one?
I read it early this morning. We'll have a celebration here next Monday if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. I'm bringing in some food for the three of us.
Oh, yeah? What kind of food are we talking?
Probably steak and some champagne.
Steak and champagne. Sounds fancy.
For lunch.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Steak by New York Prime.
Okay.
Champagne by me.
All the way from Boca.
Well, I'll bring it in the morning.
Oh, all right.
But you might have to heat it up.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll take care of it. Or maybe I'll make them deliver it. You never know. But if the Chiefs lose, no celebration. You can't celebrate if you lose, but you can celebrate life, I guess. We'll do it another time. And that is your last trifecta. I mean, your lunchtime trifecta today. Very excited about the Super Bowl.
Since you just mentioned it, you want to go over the past couple of them? So Madden predicted the Rams 21, Bengals 24. That was a loser. That wasn't true. That didn't, come to fruition.
What was it, Jimmy?
Because the Rams won.
Oh, they said the Bengals would win?
Yeah. So it said the Bengals would win 24-21. And actually, I think it was just exactly the opposite, right?
Yeah, yep.
Then Super Bowl 55, it predicted that the Chiefs would beat the Bucks. And Super Bowl 54, it predicted that the Chiefs would beat the 49ers.
So I got that right.
53, they predicted the Rams over the Patriots. They predicted the year before that the Patriots would beat the Eagles, because that's wrong, right? Isn't that the year that the Eagles won?
Yeah, so they're 1-4.
They're not doing too good the past few. 50 Super Bowl 51, Patriots beat the Falcons. That one was true. 50, the Panthers beat the Broncos.
That was wrong.
49, the Patriots beat the Seahawks.
True.
And Super Bowl 48, the Broncos beat the Seahawks.
No, I was wrong.
Super Bowl 47, the Ravens beat the 49ers.
True.
That one was true. 46, the Giants beat the Patriots. That was true. Steelers beat the Packers in Super Bowl 45, according to this. Is that the year that the Packers? I think the Packers won that year, right? That's the one that I won my first and only bet at the time.
Yeah, so I think they're about like 5-7 over the last 12 years.
Just going over those. I mean, we can. I don't want to keep going, but
they lost the last couple years.
Yeah, so it's not a good track record on that Madden. So there you go. You can take that Eagles win and stick it.
He's coming so
He is
strong
coming hard.
on a Monday.
Listen, it's Jimmy's words, not ours.
He's got 5 more days. But I like it. Right out of the gate, he comes out, guns loaded. Shooter's got to shoot.
I like trash talking.
He comes out. I love it, my man.
I don't have a dime on this game, and I won't either.
Again, Chiefs.
It's just some boxes, though.
Yeah. I've already spent some money on some boxes, too, and I'm sure once the game happens, we'll probably do it, but some more.
That's great.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I invited this girl to a Super Bowl party, and she's like, sounds great. Where's it at? I said, my apartment. So we'll see if she responds. 877-927-6969. I will be out and about on Sunday. Bounce around at a couple of places, Strikes, New York Prime, same routine. But I am excited. And like you said, boxes are a lot of fun. They definitely are. Where you could just play a box and just have some fun.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not into putting a lot of money in on a game or you don't know, that much, you just kind of close your eyes and point at a box. So, I'll take that one.
Yeah, I got a couple boxes. Who do we got, Jimmy?
We have Anthony checking in with us. Hey, Anthony, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hey, what's up, Penthouse? How's everyone doing?
Anthony, I got a question for you. Who won that St. Mary's game on Saturday?
Shout out to Eddie Covers, because, when you told him, he said, if St. Mary's is St. Mary's favorite, they're telling you something. St. Mary's won. The defense stepped up for St. Mary's. Gonzaga had an 11-point lead coming into the second half. St. Mary's defense just shut them out in the second half. They ended up coming to. It was close to you. That was a nail-biter game. St. Mary's had 6 seconds on the clock, and they had a layup, and it went to overtime. St. Mary's ended up covering the -3, and they won.
Wow. Okay. So how are you doing today on a Monday?
I'm doing great. Good call on the Oklahoma City game. They ended up covering that 9. They blew them out. Like a 30-point game. Magic won yesterday. That was nice.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're following the Sixers. For some reason, that team, they can go up 20, 25,
and they lose the game
first.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it happened 4 times this year. I mean, I called in the show a couple of times and talked to you about it. There's no coach in the NBA who gets more pissed off than Doc Rivers. I mean, when you see him, he loses 1 year off his life every game.
He's losing 25-point leads. I don't think he's going to be happy. Any coach would not be happy if they lost a 25-point lead. But we'll see. Have you changed your mind about the Super Bowl? Or you're still flying with the Eagles?
No, they're gonna. I see the Eagles just come out. They're gonna put their thumb right all over the cheeks.
All right. I'll bet you a salami sandwich.
Greek, what do you like? You like Miami tonight against Duke at home?
I don't know. It's gonna be a good game. The Canes just beat Clemson on Saturday. There was another game Teddy had. I don't know. It's gonna be a good game. Duke's coming off a win over Carolina. I don't know. Canes are home though tonight, and you know what? They're gonna have a good crowd there. I wouldn't want to go against Sebastian tonight. I'm not saying they're gonna win, but I think it's gonna be a great game to watch.
And they got a good record at home too. And they almost beat Duke at home. when they played Duke at home over there. It was a one possession game.
Yeah, it's a very close game.
I think they could do it tonight.
See,
I think they could do it tonight. They're laying 3.5.
All right,
that's tonight. That's all I had. I love you guys. You guys have an amazing Monday. Jimmy, I love you. Franny, I love you. Rick, go Eagles.
Love you, Anthony. Bye.
Thanks for calling, buddy.
I'll take it. 877-927-6969.
Teddy went 1 for 2 this past weekend. Now, of course, he's got a futures bet with the Super Bowl coming up, so it was his third. So that's why that hasn't obviously cashed in yet. But the Pelicans, he had the Pelicans at a pick'em for the first quarter.
Yeah, he lost 32-30.
And that was a loss. They were down by 2 going into the second quarter. And but Miami was a win, NCAA basketball. Matter of fact, they won outright. They didn't even need the 1 point that they were given. So went 1-1.
That's not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
You guys want to give away some Honda Classic tickets?
Yeah, I think that sounds like a super idea.
Rain.
Call us right now, 877-927-6969. If you want the Honda Classic tickets, that's coming up at the end of February. It'll be here before you know it. It's who's most likely to. Franny pitches a scenario, and then, like, it could be anything. Like, who got tied up this weekend? Was it Franny? Was it Jimmy? Was it Greek? And then you pick one of us. And then there you go.
Nope, that's not how it works.
I thought that was close.
I don't care.
I thought that was close. I thought that was a good one.
You were kind of on the right path.
I've heard that before. 877.
And we derail.
877-927-6969. Jimmy will get you on hold. I thought I did a great job. Of course you did. Telling you how the game is. As the Penthouse is starting to get into gear right now, as you can feel it, the juice is coming, the excitement, baby. Bzz, 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 as we get going on a Monday, kicking off a Monday for you, and it's National Compliment Day, right?
It's pay someone a compliment day.
Okay, same thing. That doesn't mean you have to pay somebody for a compliment, but it does mean give somebody a compliment that maybe you don't even know. Just say, hey, you look beautiful, or you look nice, or it's a pleasure to be around you, or your aura is bringing me good chi. How's that?
Perfect.
Wonderful. How's your chi today, Greek? You got a nice chi.
It's better than it's ever been, right, G? Your chi is good?
G's chi.
G's chi is great.
It's up the tree.
Oh, my God. Get that drop. That could be my new phone ringer. All right. Are we ready, G?
Are we ready for what?
The contest?
No.
Oh, okay.
Maybe when I take my headphones off.
I was getting ready. I had everybody ready. I'm sorry.
927-6969. Those phone lines are blowing up.
Yeah.
Don't say that at an airport.
Oh, Jesus.
No, but everybody wants to go to the Honda Classic. It's going to be a great time. It always is.
Always is fun.
Yeah.
We look forward. This is like our 10th, 11th year. If Tito's would not do it without Franny, they are so excited she's back in the house. We really have a great time.
It is. It's fun. It's a great time. I'm glad we're going to be doing the show live from there because that weekend it's always nutty there, and everybody wants to get into the bear trap.
Oh, it's crazy.
And so it's nice that we get to enjoy a couple days.
Yeah, I learned a couple years ago not to jump off the podium where we were because I did jump a couple years ago at the end of the Greek zone. I almost broke my leg, but now I will not jump there.
Yeah, no, it's not a good idea.
And then Friday, we're excited for a live broadcast for the big game. We're going to be at Superior Golf Carts in Delray, 2411. I'll give you the exact address when I have it, because I don't.
So good at this. So good at this thing we call radio.
We'll give you all the information all week.
I'll find it for you. Don't you worry.
Yeah, she'll find it for you. But we're excited about that. Being with our good friend Sanchez, excited for that, for the live show on Friday from 10 to 2. It will be the Penthouse. And we got a big surprise for somebody who's going to stop by. We're not going to tell you what it is.
I don't even know what it is. You've been teasing it, and I don't have a clue what you're talking about.
No, we'll surprise it.
Okay.
We'll come out maybe Wednesday or Thursday with it. But we are excited for that. And then also the locker room will be at Gulfstream on Saturday for Tito's Handmade Vodka to have a good time there. Always a great time with Tito's at Gulfstream Park, Tito's Raw Bar. Stop by there. Enjoy yourself when you go to the track. I was there yesterday. A lot of fun. Track is always fun. You don't have to spend a lot of money. And remember, it's free to get into the track. You can just walk in. There's no admission, which is a great thing.
All right, you guys ready to give away some Honda Classic tickets?
Let's do it.
All right, we got our buddy Mark checking in with us. Hey, Mark, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hey, Greek. Francis, hello.
Hey,
what's up?
Good afternoon.
What's happening, Mark? How you been, my friend?
Been doing great.
How long you been listening to Real Radio?
14 years.
Wow. Man, I love these audience. They know exactly. If I ask people the same question, how long they're dating somebody or married, they're probably like, I'm not sure. But Real Radio, we love it. Well, thank you, Mark.
All right, Mark, let's see if we can get you hooked up with a pair of tickets to the Honda Classic. We're going to play a game called Who's Most Likely To. Franny's going to read a scenario. We're going to vote amongst ourselves who's most likely to fit that scenario, and then you have to guess who we voted for. Okay, buddy?
Sounds good.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Let's get this done, Mark. I'm going to ask you the question. Just give us a moment to place our votes, and then Jimmy will cue you up for your answer. Out of the three of us, Jimmy, Greek, or Franny, who is most likely to be a good street performer? All right, hold on a second.
All right, we have our answer, Mark. Out of the three of us, Greek, Francis, or myself, Jimmy, who's most likely to be a good street performer?
I'll go with Francis.
There you go. That's how you win right there, kids.
Nice
One and
job.
done. That was easy.
I'm trying to figure out my talent. I don't even know what I would do.
All right.
We'll figure something out.
Okay. Perfect. Nothing.
You just got to show up and look good.
All right. Perfect.
Well, you think the way you juggle on this show? There you go.
great.
Just juggle.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, Mark, I'm going to put you on hold. If you would, hang tight for a couple minutes. When we go to break, I'll get some more info from you, and we'll get you set up. Okay, bud?
Awesome. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you, bro. Enjoy. Go Eagles. Right. Maybe you could be a singer.
Oh, no, you don't want that.
No?
No. I do sing in the shower in the car, but that's because nobody else is around.
You have a shower in your car?
Yes. How did you know? I said shower and the car.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
That's amazing.
Oh, wow. How about that,
Sometimes you get a
Just
multitask.
leave the sunroof open.
No.
You're good to go.
But I did post this on realradio921.com. You can see that we do have tomorrow tickets to go see Fall Out Boy. That's with special guest Bring Me the Horizon. That's coming to the I Think Financial Amphitheater on July 24th. This is a win them before you can buy them because tickets do not go on sale until this Friday. And then we'll be back with more Honda Classic tickets on Wednesday.
By the way, we were talking earlier about the Super Bowl halftime shows, and,
Yes.
this year, obviously, it's Rihanna. And we're, obviously, people are going to continue speculating who she's going to come out with. But we were talking in the past, halftime shows in the past, and, that they were pretty much marching bands and things like that up until a certain point. Now, you were thinking about sometime in, late 70s, early 80s?
I would thought in the 70s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Franny, did you have a guess on when they went from that style to when they went to the performers, like the pop performers like we know today?
Well, I did see because I was doing a little research too.
Did you look up
but
on
okay. But I didn't delve into it. Who did I say? Carol Channings or something? They said was like the first performer.
It's amazing. Well, yeah, but again, Carol Channing. I mean, again, more of a not really a variety show type of a thing, right? But there were still marching bands associated with a lot of those people.
Okay.
It wasn't until 1991, believe it or not, that we had our first group band type of a performance from a pop group, and of course, it was Boyz II Men.
Oh, wow.
Back then, right? So this is going up to let me scroll back up. Yeah,
They were just here this past weekend at the Kravis Center.
I'm sorry. No, New Kids on the Block. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But still the same type, like the boy band type.
Yeah.
one,
And
right?
I missed them. Damn it.
I
New
heard it was
Kids on the Block.
fantastic.
Yep, that was the first one. But before that, I mean, there was the year before that, there was still the Nicholas State University Marching Band was in 1990 with some other performers, but the marching band was still prevalent. Elvis Presto and South Florida area dancers and performers was the year before that. In 1988, it was Chubby Checker, the Rockettes, 88 Grand Piano, and then of course there were still more marching bands from San Diego State University, and so Up With People was another one. It was like a variety group again that does various things. All right,
I remember the group here.
But I'm not I'm still kind of not lumping that in with unless you want to. And then in '93 is when Michael Jackson was on, which was the one that I was thinking of, but. And in between there was Gloria Estefan. But it wasn't until 91 that they started that. And I would have thought the same thing. I thought it was like the end of the 70s or early 80s. And then that's when they started going to the pop bands, the boy bands and stuff like that. But,
So Michael Jackson was almost 30 years ago.
yeah, 93.
Wow, that's
Believe it or not.
I remember when he came out on stage.
And he came out on stage a couple times, right? Like he had his own performance, but didn't he come out on stage?
with his
Did he
brothers?
come on stage? Did he go on stage with Britney Spears? Or no?
I don't think so.
Maybe
I'm
I'm thinking like there was one where it was just a bunch of people, and I think it was
I don't remember.
Britney Spears, Aerosmith.
Oh, she was
Justin. She was with them.
Yeah, she was.
But
with
he didn't hop
Aerosmith.
on stage.
I don't think for
No,
Aerosmith.
okay.
But I could be wrong. I mean, I don't. Again, I don't. It's just recall. But I think she was. She was definitely on with Aerosmith. I remember that.
Well, let's see if I can find when Aerosmith and NSYNC was 2001.
Mm-hmm. And I think she made a special appearance on that one.
If she did, they didn't mention it here. No.
Mm-mm.
I'm on Wikipedia's trying to see the first time that they are saying anything about Britney.
I'm sure this year's performance is going to be unbelievable.
Yeah.
With Rihanna. And I think a lot
She's
of
a great entertainer.
Yeah, and everybody's looking forward to it. I think coming off the heels of last year, that everybody really liked it. That got Grammys last year. And, they did very, very well. They put it together. I mean, you got, obviously, the powerhouse of rap that was on there last year. And they did a great job. They really did. And it was perfect. It was out in L.A., so it was cool. But I think this one's going to be good. I just don't know who she's going to bring out. And maybe she might not bring out anybody.
Yeah. It must have been something like that, and they're not even crediting her at all for it here as far as Wikipedia is concerned. So it must have been somewhere else in there that she came out with somebody. Because I know that she was in some, at least one of them. Yeah.
I thought she was. I can't remember what year she was. But again, it's the Super Bowl, like everything else has changed. Obviously the parties before, after, halftime, parties after it. The next day, we talked about that. If you guys think it should be a holiday, call us 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. You could also text us, Real Radio 47142, or you could email Jimmy at realradio921.com. Those are the ways you can get involved with the show. Always appreciate you guys getting involved. Your opinions, your thoughts on what we're talking about, or if you want to bring something new to the table, we don't care. We're an open book. You could come in. Want to ask Jimmy a question, Francis, they'll take it. We'll answer it. We'll give it right back to you. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Monday. Got a lot going on. We're going to come back with some fun facts and a lot more in the Penthouse. Peace.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice one on our Monday. Temperatures are in the 70s as we move throughout the afternoon. Low humidity, so it's nice and comfortable out there. Plenty of sunshine and a light breeze. Winds are out of the northeast around 10 to 15 miles per hour. This calm weather pattern continues again for the day tomorrow. Back in the 70s for Tuesday. Our next cold front moves in for the end of the week.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. Everyone knows that time is money. Go to Jackson Hewitt today for up to $3,500 with a no-interest, no-fee tax refund advance loan. That means money now instead of later. Go to Jackson Hewitt today. For eligible clients, loans by Republic Bank and Trust Company. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
MMJHealth.com. Get approved for your card today. Medical marijuana made easy.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's Big Weekend. New Orleans-inspired entertainment. Mardi Gras comes to Monroe's. Big contest lady with the most beads wins $250. And Sunday is the big game and the watch party. Where would you rather watch the game than with beautiful ladies, great entertainment, and great food? It's the big game and it's the watch parties. It's at Monroe's, February 12th. It's a big weekend. There's only one place to be, baby. Monroe's. Peace.
The car market went crazy high during COVID, then it came down crazy hard, and now I believe it's coming back up. Call me crazy, call me a gambler, but I'm buying cars higher than I was a month ago because I think that they're firming back up. The highest price of the year of the 30 years I've been doing GiveMeTheVin.com is spring, and spring is right around the corner. Sell me your car at GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just one dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
As a Walgreens pharmacist, I talk with people all the time about little tips and tricks for filling their Medicare prescriptions, like taking advantage of Walgreens 90-day refills to save them a trip, or using Refill by Scan, which is super easy and right on your phone. And for anybody worried about prescription costs, I say, hey, we got you with low-cost copays on many medications.
Let's talk about making things easier. Walgreens is here. Fill your way and save at walgreens.com/Medicare. See pharmacists for restrictions and exclusions.
Attention Florida homeowners. The My Safe Florida Home program is now in effect. This program was enacted by the Florida legislature to help single-family homeowners in Florida protect their home against hurricanes and save money doing it. To learn more and apply for a free home hurricane inspection, go to mysafeflhome.com. That's mysafeflhome.com. Once again, that's mysafeflhome.com.
Men over 50, do you find yourself getting up frequently in the night to urinate? Do you have a weak stream or start and stop flow? Millions of men suffer from benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, an enlargement of the prostate. If you have these symptoms, you may qualify for the Butterfly BPH Medical Study, a clinical study to evaluate a new treatment for BPH. If you qualify, you may receive reimbursement for time and travel. Previously, patients have had to sort through options that involved burning or cutting prostate tissue, taking medication that brought on other symptoms, or just dealing with the discomfort. The Butterfly is a minimally invasive procedure that does not involve any burning or cutting of the tissue and can be done in less than 10 minutes. Find out if you qualify for the Butterfly BPH Medical Study. Call 561-232-3024. 561-232-3024. That's 561-232-3024. Investigational device limited by federal law to investigational use.
All the radio stations you love, every playlist to match your mood, the podcasts that everyone's talking about. If it's on the iHeartRadio app, it's free. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
iHeartRadio. When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some red zone revenue. And Real Radio.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It's The Penthouse, and you're back on a Monday. Hope you guys are having a good week. It is the week of love. Don't forget that. You don't want to drop the ball.
It is?
Well, next week.
Yeah. Whatever. Look it up, Franny.
I love he even knows. He's like, well, next week is, but we're just going to call it this week.
Nobody cares.
Oh, boy.
That laughter, that is my favorite laugh in the whole world, is Jimmy. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello and good afternoon, kiddies.
And, of course, we got Francis.
Hi, what's up?
And we got some fun facts.
Yeah, let's do it. It's Franny's Fun Facts. So these are very obscure, but it's I always find the weirdest stuff. I have fun facts about chopsticks, you guys.
Oh, my God. I was thinking this last night.
I know.
I was talking about that the other day,
It's
amazing.
I was eating with my chopsticks, and I was like, you know what? It's actually, no, I kid. It's National Chopstick Day. So, I do it based on the holiday.
Nothing like some wood in your hand.
Oh, boy. Well, people have had wood in their hands for a long time, Jimmy. In fact, they've been around for 5,000 years. So.
How do you think they get their rent paid? Cut off the mics. That was it.
2 of them.
They originated in China, but legend has it that Chinese philosopher Confucius was a key figure in their development. His focus on nonviolent teachings led to the abolishment of eating instruments deemed an association of war or violence, like knives. So they didn't want them at the dinner table. And that's where the chopsticks came about. Also say here, each time you use a chopstick, you're engaging around 50 different muscles and joints within your body, including the fingers, wrist, arms, and shoulders.
That's way too much effort.
Too many muscles. How do you think I stay so fit?
Now, did you just get the knack right out of gate? Like you just picked them up and you were perfect?
No. When I was a kiddo, you ever see how they do the cheat thing with them? Like when you go to like hibachi or Asian, like for the kids, they do like rubber bands and paper.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it kind
put a thing on the end of it that helps it. Right, okay.
So it took some time, but my mom taught me how to use them.
I think it's very sexy.
Yeah, her and my dad used to use them, and so they taught us, the girls.
I can't do it. Can you?
No.
You said no, right?
No. Yeah.
Have you ever really tried?
No, as a matter of fact, it was. No, I've tried.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried many times. Franny was out on Friday, right?
Yeah,
we were talking about it then.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was Friday or Saturday locker room.
Yeah.
I can't.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's the thing.
I've never been able to coordinate myself, but I've never really practiced either.
Yeah, it takes time.
Sure.
It really does. But yeah, they said it could be more of a workout than you actually might imagine. Studies have also shown that regular use of chopsticks can help to decrease the risk of osteoarthritis in your hands. Okay. Oh, boy.
So I said the camera's on. Sponsored by Monroe's.
There's actually people in the world who have a fear of chopsticks.
Oh, I used to.
They're like, although we don't know quite what exactly the fear is, there is a word for it, and it's really long. Consecutiviophobia.
Maybe poking out your eye?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I have a fear of metal straws because of that reason.
Yeah.
Because they became very popular, the metal straws.
Still are.
They are, you're right. I do not.
I don't like them.
I'm afraid that one day I'm just going to like slip and poke an eye out.
Yeah, hit your nose.
Something.
But the odd thing about it is, how many times have you ever poked even if in your face, your cheek, or your eye, or something with a plastic one? It's
Not
like,
often.
It's never happened,
No.
right? So, but
the plastic one.
But we have this fear that it's going to happen with the metal one.
The plastic one, though, if it does, it's just going to bend, right?
That's
Like
true.
it's just going to. The metal one will take an eye out, so that's why. Yeah,
I get
I'm not a fan.
I get it. I don't have that fear, but I understand the fear of it.
I know. I understand.
Maybe if you break the chopsticks too, you might be embarrassed. If you're eating with somebody and all of a sudden you break them, you bend them or something like that, you feel
I don't know if that's really embarrassing, but there's all different lengths of chopsticks. Chinese use a longer. They like a longer length of a chopstick.
Like sometimes you just get a layup, and you're ready to swing at it, and you just put the bat down and you think, you know what, I'm going to let that one go.
They do. The Chinese like a longer length of chopstick with a rounder blunt end. The Japanese use a shorter, pointier wooden alternative. Koreans tend to use something shorter, blunt sticks. They say made from metals, plastic, or wood. And finally, the Vietnamese use longer sticks, commonly made from plastic or wood.
How about the Italians?
Italians don't really use chopsticks. Gee, man, they just don't.
Greeks?
With their hands. They talk with their hands. They might as well eat with them, too, huh?
And there you go. We'll leave you with some of those. That's it. It's your chopstick fun facts. On National Chopstick Day, so try to eat with some chopsticks. Learn a new skill if you don't know.
Wow, so it's National Chopstick Day, and it's Give Somebody a Compliment Day.
It's National Frozen Yogurt Day. If you like froyo, go enjoy some froyo.
Franny, you do a great job using your chopsticks when you eat. How's that?
Well, thank you. That was a compliment, and we're talking about National
And it's on point.
Day.
It's on topic. Great job, Jimmy. We have 2 for 2. 877-927-6969. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. Do you think the Super Bowl should be a holiday? A lot of people think it should be. Is there another holiday maybe you want to take away? Like, say you say, well, maybe we'll take away President's Day.
Well, you don't necessarily have to take them away, right? Like, even with us, we always have a floating holiday, or there's always a holiday. Our holidays aren't always the same. I mean, company holidays.
Basically, they change a little bit.
Yeah, so even though it still can be a federal holiday or a holiday, not everybody gets the day off.
No. We used to get President's Day, and we don't anymore.
No, we do. I believe we have it off this year.
I don't think so.
It's not on my list.
Yeah, it's not on mine.
The 20th, right? No. When is it?
It's around there, but I don't think
I thought we did.
I don't think I heard.
We used to.
Yeah, we used to.
We used to. That's why I looked for it to see, because, I mean, I just, for what I have to do on the outside of the show.
Yeah.
I think we do. We get Martin Luther King. We did.
Right,
we already did. That passed.
And I think that traded off for what the holiday was. And I don't think we get President's Day anymore. I could be mistaken.
I think you guys are incorrect, but I could absolutely be. I thought that I did see this, and I thought I saw an email come through to prepare for it.
We got some time.
Oh, hey, we do. Great.
I mean, we got another week and a half before it
We
comes
do.
up.
We have time. We have plenty of time.
So we don't have to worry about it, but check. But let us know if you guys think that it should be a holiday, or is it bad to call in sick that day?
Wasn't that one of the proposals at one time was to make President's Day, and the day after the Super Bowl, like they would, could combine the whole
it.
thing, right? Because we used to have, if you want
We
to
do
go
have
back,
President's Day off, by the way.
if you want to go back not too long ago, but we used to have Lincoln and Washington's birthday, and then they combined the two to make it President's Day some years ago, maybe about 20-ish or so, ballpark. And then, but it's on your list?
2023 holiday schedule. Yes, sir.
And what day is it?
It's a Monday.
What is the date, though?
The 20th.
Like you said.
Yeah, just like I said.
You're always right.
I tell you.
I didn't see it.
Just like I said.
didn't see it either.
Yeah, it's in our company website. That way you get all of our stuff, all of our information and stuff.
What company is that?
We work for iHeart.
Okay, cool.
All right.
And that's the same weekend as the Honda Classic.
That is the kickoff, right? Starts on the Monday or Sunday? Yeah, the 20th.
Yeah. Okay, so there it is.
There
Well,
you go.
President's Day, people.
Everybody else is like, I don't care. I'm not.
Yeah, that's right.
That is
Kiss my
true.
ass.
My husband's always like, you guys have the most obscure days off. I'm like, well, you can take off too.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you think the Super Bowl day after the Super Bowl should be a holiday. And I think most people would think that because even if you don't watch the Super Bowl, you're like, hey, a day off is pretty good. Who doesn't want that? The Grammys were last night, and Beyonce did set a new record. She's won the most Grammys ever as a performer, which is unbelievable. And I think she's been nominated like 83 times.
Yeah.
That's unreal.
No, she did very well. She did the big one. I think the record of the year was Lizzo. Ended up winning that. No, didn't Lizzo win that?
Oh, maybe Lizzo, but Harry won Song of the Year.
Okay.
This year, you mean?
Yeah, I believe
yeah,
Lizzo won record of the year.
Yeah, we got that whole list here if you want.
Yep.
Hillary Clinton won a Grammy years ago. I bet you never would have thought that. There's a lot of people that you would just think automatically won a Grammy.
Well, because sometimes they do like audio books, stuff like that.
Yeah, some obscure thing like that. Yeah, Harry Styles won Album of the Year for Harry's House.
Oh, I loved Harry's House.
Record of the Year was Lizzo with About Damn Time. Song of the Year, Just Like That from Bonnie Raitt. Isn't that weird? You have a Record of the Year and Song of the Year are different.
Yeah.
Although the record is just a single, right? Which is sort of weird. Best New Artist, Samara Joy. Best Pop Vocal Album, Harry Styles, Harry's House again. Best Pop Solo was Adele. Best Pop Performance by a Duo or Group, Sam Smith and Kim, is it Petrus?
Oh, I don't know.
Petrus?
I know Sam Smith.
For Unholy. Best Traditional Pop Vocal Album, because I guess that matters. That's a difference, is Michael Bublé.
Ooh.
Best Rock Performance for Broken Horses was Brandi Carlile. Best Rock Album was Ozzy Osbourne, Patient Number 9.
Yeah, wait. So it's been a long time. I did see something for Ozzy because he had to cancel. He canceled his upcoming tour and
not
stuff.
feeling good.
Yeah.
No, he just hasn't been doing great. But they said that he broke his Grammy drought, is what they called it. So good for him.
Best Alternative Music Performance was Wet Lag, Chase Lounge. Apparently was the name of that song. Best Alternative Music, Wet Leg. Oh, I just said that. Best R&B Performance, Hours and Hours, Muni Long. Cousin Muni.
I'm so out of the loop.
Nice. HRS and
Well, the
HRS.
couple of the beginning ones you knew.
Some of them, but I don't know a
Lizzo,
lot of these
Harry,
people.
Beyonce, you knew that.
Best Rap Performer. Here you go. You'll know Kendrick Lamar. I know that.
He always wins. He does very well with these.
The Heart Part 5. Let's see. Best Rap Album, Kendrick Lamar for that one. Beyonce, Best Dance Electronic Music Album. Willie Nelson, Best Country Album, A Beautiful Time.
Willie. Nice job, Willie.
Willie makes it. And Best Comedy Album, Dave Chappelle with The Closer.
All right.
There you go.
I'm not me too. But yeah, Ozzy Osbourne, they said it's been 29 years since his last one. So it's 74 years old. He got 4. I've heard great things about Patient Number 9. I've heard some of his singles from it, but everybody says that the whole album is pretty solid.
It is the Penthouse on a Monday. We're going to come back in a few minutes. We're going to tell you how 80 for Brady did. And did you go? We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Rover's Morning Glory.
Studies say Americans are sick and tired of being asked to provide a tip at every business they purchase something at. Now, Crystal, you used to work at Starbucks. How many people would tip when they got their coffee there?
Not many, but the people that did, it was exciting. You're like, thank you so much. Even if they put $1 in there, it was really nice.
Rex has a Crystal joke here and says Crystal got way more tips at the Swingers Club. He just sent a text in.
Just a tip.
Rover's Morning Glory.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on Real Radio 92.1 for the Palm Beaches and 101.7 for the Treasure Coast.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice one on our Monday. Temperatures are in the 70s as we move throughout the afternoon. Low humidity, so it's nice and comfortable out there. Plenty of sunshine and a light breeze. Winds are out of the northeast around 10 to 15 miles per hour. This calm weather pattern continues again for the day tomorrow. Back in the 70s for Tuesday. Our next cold front moves in for the end of the week.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's. Try Wendy's Homestyle French Toast Sticks today. Wendy's Homestyle French Toast Sticks are so good. Some are saying they're better than their mom's French toast. Perfectly crispy on the outside, perfectly fluffy on the inside, perfectly perfect in every way. Try Wendy's Homestyle French Toast Sticks today and see if they're better than your mom's.
As a Walgreens pharmacist, I talk with people all the time about little tips and tricks for filling their Medicare prescriptions, like taking advantage of Walgreens 90-day refills to save them a trip, or using Refill by Scan, which is super easy and right on your phone. And for anybody worried about prescription costs, I say, hey, we got you, with low-cost copays on many medications.
Let's talk about making things easier. Walgreens is here. Fill your way and save at walgreens.com/Medicare. See pharmacists for restrictions and exclusions.
Hey, it's the Greek for Supreme Golf Carts. If you want a golf cart, this is the place to go. 2411 North Federal Highway. New or pre-owned, gas or electric, custom, they can do it all. If you want to be a baller and have a great golf cart, make sure you go to Supreme Golf Carts. 2411 North Federal Highway. And February 10th, the Penthouse will be in the house for the big game live broadcast at Supreme Golf Carts, 2411 North Federal Highway. If you want a golf cart, there's only one place to go, Supreme Golf Carts. Peace!
We're Storm Smart. Here in Florida, that's a name people trust. For over 26 years, we've been making storm catcher screens, the leading hurricane safety product on the market, protecting over 90,000 Florida homes in communities just like yours. And while storms may come and go, one thing's for sure, Storm Smart's here to stay. Day in and day out, we'll be here, working harder to make sure you can breathe a little easier. SMART is protecting our community today and tomorrow.
What happened during COVID I call the car rush, like the gold rush. It was crazy. Cars went nuts. Then they came down hard. And now they're leveling off, and I believe they're coming up a little bit. So if you want to sell your car, go to GiveMeTheVin.com, and you will get a good check, a quick payoff, a clean pickup, and a great experience. They don't call us America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Men over 50, do you find yourself getting up frequently in the night to urinate? Do you have a weak stream or start and stop flow? Millions of men suffer from benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, an enlargement of the prostate. If you have these symptoms, you may qualify for the Butterfly BPH Medical Study, a clinical study to evaluate a new treatment for BPH. If you qualify, you may receive reimbursement for time and travel. Previously, patients have had to sort through options that involved burning or cutting prostate tissue, taking medication that brought on other symptoms, or just dealing with the discomfort. The Butterfly is a minimally invasive procedure that does not involve any burning or cutting of the tissue and can be done in less than 10 minutes. Find out if you qualify for the Butterfly BPH Medical Study. Call 561-232-3024. 561-232-3024. That's 561-232-3024. Investigational device limited by federal law to investigational use.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity during tax season because so much sensitive info is all together.
Before we start the annual meeting of Sean's personal info, has anyone seen Social Security number?
Not me.
Nope. Oh no, he's been stolen.
LifeLock by Norton makes it easy to help protect yourself. If you become a victim, we'll work to fix it. No one can monitor all transactions, but you can save up to 25% off your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
What you've heard about probiotics is probably wrong.
I eat yogurt, so I don't need to take a probiotic.
Probiotics? They don't really work. It's time to learn the truth about probiotics and join the Align Healthy Gut Team Up. Align has probiotics to naturally help relieve occasional bloating, gas, and abdominal discomfort. Try Align probiotics for a month and see how great a healthy gut can feel. Get $2 off your first month of Align at alignprobiotics.com.
Hey, it's Megan. The other day I discovered yet another new favorite drink with my favorite spirit, Knox and Dunn Florida Rum. And I think I'll call this one the Megan Mai Tai. But I'm telling you, Knox and Dunn is so versatile that it can be used in any recipe. That's because Knox and Dunn doesn't have that sweet, sugary taste or burn that you normally get from rum. Their rum is aged in American oak bourbon barrels, so it'll change the way you enjoy any recipe when it's made with Knox and Dunn. So head over to your favorite liquor store and ask them for a bottle of Knox and Dunn Florida Rum. If they don't have it, tell them you want them to carry Florida's fastest growing local craft spirit. You can thank me later.
Attention Florida homeowners. The My Safe Florida Home program is now in effect. This program was enacted by the Florida legislature to help single-family homeowners in Florida protect their home against hurricanes and save money doing it. To learn more and apply for a free home hurricane inspection, go to mysafeflhome.com. That's mysafeflhome.com. Once again, that's mysafeflhome.com.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Checking in with the Florida Highway Patrol. 95 is accident-free. Boca to Jupiter. We're looking good with 15 minutes. Southern to PGA, either direction. A little bit of a slowdown in the Palm Springs area right now. Congress Avenue southbound on the approach to 10th Avenue North. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber, HOA and condo board members. Bring your community the fastest, most reliable fiber internet while saving up to 50%. With Blue Stream Fiber, your community gains a partner, not just another provider. Start the partnership at bluestreamfiber.com/radio today.
On the Exorcist Files podcast, a leading exorcist and demonologist shares stories of disturbing and vicious cases of possession. For the last 2 decades, Father Carlos Martins has encountered evil in nearly every way imaginable.
What Hollywood portrayed in The Exorcist with levitations, vomiting, spitting at the priest, all of that has not been a movie for me.
Where you get your podcast.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Monday. Hope you guys are having a good day and enjoying yourselves. And I hope you had a good weekend. Getting ready for the big game coming to you on Sunday. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
And of course, Francis is here.
Hi, and you're here too. I do have a couple text messages I would like to share. 47142 is that text line. You just have to start off with Real Radio. So we were doing who's most likely to, and the question was to be a street performer, right? Mm-hmm. So we said Penthouse street performer talents. Franny will be a fire spitter by lighting tequila on fire.
Wow.
Right? Not a bad idea.
I can see that.
Uh-huh. Greek will guess your age and net worth. That should be fun.
Perfect.
Yep. And Jimmy will be a pantsless sword swallower. Right?
Wow.
And if you sit on his face, he'll guess your weight.
Wow. That's a lot, man.
I tell you, pressure's on.
Oh,
you're going to get all the tips.
Literally.
Oh, boy. So
I had
thank
a
you so
spitter
much.
joke for Franny there,
Oh,
but
boy.
we're going to let that go.
Yeah. And then
Did you text it to me?
And then we also were talking about Grammy Awards, and Jimmy was going down the list of the winners and says Greek should have won a Grammy for unique interpretation of the English language.
I agree. I have a new suit I'm dying to wear. Would have been great. Awesome. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you guys want to get involved with, do you think the Super Bowl should be a holiday? Let us know, and we will definitely get your impact on the situation. Jimmy, you have somebody on hold?
We do. We got our buddy Jorge checking in with us. Hey, Jorge, what's going on? Welcome to the Penthouse.
Happy Monday to everyone.
Happy Monday.
You must be so excited. I know you went to watch 80 for Brady this weekend. And, man, I got to only tell you, I saw you skipping out of there. I could just imagine.
No, I did not go and see Shady as Brady. No.
Shady is Brady. Nice.
Shady is Brady.
Ding.
Yeah. No, but I'll tell you what. I do remember the. I guess the movie's based on the comeback win against the Falcons, right?
Yes, sir. And it was 4 women who wanted to go to the Super Bowl and check him out. And I guess they were all 80 years old.
Oh yeah. But I'll tell you what. I remember that game, and that was probably to me one of the best games I ever witnessed. You know, when he brought the Patriots back from that deficit. Yeah, I mean that. I thought it was unbelievable in the way, especially who was it, Edelman, with that catch.
Yep.
You know, everything had to happen just so.
And it did. They had to get a 2-point conversion twice. They were losing 28-3. They were losing at one point 21-0. I saw the highlights of the Super Bowl over the weekend, and it just looked, by halftime, it was 21-3. It just looked like it was over. And then Atlanta scored their first touchdown in the second half. But they came back.
Oh, yeah. It was unbelievable, you know, but I still hate them, Greg, you know.
How could you hate something or somebody that brought you so much joy? You just said that was one of the best football games you ever saw in your life. And can you really hate somebody who brought you that much joy?
Well, it's not hate, I guess. Dislike. How's that? That's a little bit...
Not a fan of.
Not a fan.
See, not a fan of is politically correct. That's what I try to use. But you're more jolted as a fan that he left you, correct?
Or jilted.
Whatever.
Whatever. Nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what would you do if you found out, honestly, I'm asking you this, that Belichick was the one behind it who didn't want him?
Well, that is what happened.
Okay, so then why are you mad at Brady?
He could have stayed.
How can he stay if the coach tells you to leave? You go to your job today, you get blown out. You think you come back tomorrow, George Costanza? You're done. So if Belichick, so you got all this resentment for Brady. Let me speak. And you think it's Belichick? You better drink some NyQuil tonight. What are you doing?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Franny.
What's up? Jorge, what's going on?
Yeah.
Not too much. You're a fan of Yellowstone, I heard. Huh?
I do like Yellowstone. Yes, it's a good show. So does Jimmy. Jimmy's been watching it too.
Love it. Matter of fact, Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, the series, yes.
I heard something different.
As a matter of fact, there was a new episode of 1923 that was out, too, that we caught over the weekend.
Oh, nice. I haven't watched it yet.
But any which way, go ahead, Jorge.
No, I was just saying, I think it's a great series and all, a lot of excitement and all that,
Yeah, no, they do a great job, and there's rumors going around that they may not have Kevin Costner on the series, and I hope it's just a rumor because obviously he makes the show, but it's good. I've been trying to get Greek on the Yellowstone train. I think he'd like it.
Yep. No, I'm sure he would. Who would they bring in to replace Costner, I mean?
Probably no replacement. It would just be some kind of dramatic exit.
Is he
where they kill him off.
He's, I can see, with the sickness and everything, right? So,
well, not just that, and his son. I mean, I don't want to ruin things, but the guy who's not really his son wanting to be governor.
Right.
There could be something that happens there.
Something there with Jamie. Maybe, if something was to happen to him.
Or maybe nothing. Maybe it's just rumor.
Rip takes over the ranch or something like that. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways that they could go with it. Have you also caught 1883 and 1923?
No, I haven't. Not yet.
Okay.
But I'm just catching back up on Yellowstone. That's all. I hadn't seen it for a while.
Yeah, it's good. We're looking forward to, I think in March is when it comes back. Yeah, for the second half of this season. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Yeah, it's a great show.
Jorge, who you like in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, the Eagles, Greg.
Oh, that's right. You said that. All right. Well, I'm on the other side, buddy. You know what? Well, for that one day, we'll be separate. I wish I was on the other side. Believe me. As Franny would say, it's never too late.
It's never too late, G-Man.
So you're a fan of Yellowstone and Yellow Snow, correct?
There you go. And watch out where the Huskies go.
All right, I love you. Don't ever change.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have to. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, all's good, buddy.
All right, pal. You have a good week. Enjoy yourselves, and give us a call if you get another opportunity during the week.
Take care, Jorge.
What a good man. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. We'll be back with a trifecta and so much more. Peace.
We're everywhere you need to be. I've been everywhere, man. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
Hey, it's the Greek, and Real Radio wants you to score some red zone revenue. Your shot to score $1,000 is coming up at 5 past the hour on Real Radio.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Super Bowl festivities begin tonight in Arizona. Hundreds of media members set to interview players and coaches from the Chiefs and Eagles. The Panthers and the Lightning square off tonight in Sunrise. It'll be their first game since the All-Star break. Florida went into the break with a win over NHL leading Boston. And in college hoops action tonight, 21st-ranked Miami hosts Duke. Hurricanes looking for a third straight win after beating Clemson on Saturday. I'm Scott Davidson.
DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use code SPORTS for a special offer when you sign up. That's code SPORTS, only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice one on our Monday. Temperatures are in the 70s as we move throughout the afternoon. Low humidity, so it's nice and comfortable out there. Plenty of sunshine and a light breeze. Winds are out of the northeast around 10 to 15 miles per hour. This calm weather pattern continues again for the day tomorrow. Back in the 70s for Tuesday. Our next cold front moves in for the end of the week.
This report is sponsored by Reese Windows and Doors.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word HAPPY right now to 20129. That's HAPPY to 20129.
What you've heard about probiotics is probably wrong.
I eat yogurt, so I don't need to take a probiotic.
Probiotics? They don't really work. It's time to learn the truth about probiotics and join the Align Healthy Gut Team Up. Align has probiotics to naturally help relieve occasional bloating, gas, and abdominal discomfort. Try Align probiotics for a month and see how great a healthy gut can feel. Get $2 off your first month of Align at AlignProbiotics.com.
As a Walgreens pharmacist, I talk with people all the time about little tips and tricks for filling their Medicare prescriptions, like taking advantage of Walgreens 90-day refills to save them a trip, or using Refill by Scan, which is super easy and right on your phone. And for anybody worried about prescription costs, I say, hey, we got you, with low-cost copays on many medications.
Let's talk about making things easier. Walgreens is here. Fill your way and save at walgreens.com/Medicare. See pharmacists for restrictions and exclusions.
Our mission at Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, is to fight to get you more. So far, we've recovered more than $15 billion in compensation for our clients. Injured? You deserve more. More lawyers, more offices, and more support staff nationwide than any other injury law firm. Contact Morgan & Morgan today. Just dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, "My doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. There are nights when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver." Unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-467-2766. 800-467-2766. 800-467-2766.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
What you've heard about probiotics is probably wrong.
I eat yogurt, so I don't need to take a probiotic.
Probiotics? They don't really work. It's time to learn the truth about probiotics and join the Align Healthy Gut Team Up. Align has probiotics to naturally help relieve occasional bloating, gas, and abdominal discomfort. Try Align probiotics for a month and see how great a healthy gut can feel. Get $2 off your first month of Align at AlignProbiotics.com.
As a Walgreens pharmacist, I talk with people all the time about little tips and tricks for filling their Medicare prescriptions, like taking advantage of Walgreens 90-day refills to save them a trip, or using Refill by Scan, which is super easy and right on your phone. And for anybody worried about prescription costs, I say, hey, we got you, with low-cost copays on many medications.
Let's talk about making things easier. Walgreens is here. Fill your way and save at walgreens.com/Medicare. See pharmacists for restrictions and exclusions.
What you've heard about probiotics is probably wrong.
I eat yogurt, so I don't need to take a probiotic.
Probiotics? They don't really work. It's time to learn the truth about probiotics and join the Align Healthy Gut Team Up. Align has probiotics to naturally help relieve occasional bloating, gas, and abdominal discomfort. Try Align probiotics for a month and see how great a healthy gut can feel. Get $2 off your first month of Align at AlignProbiotics.com.
If you've been thinking about doing laser hair removal, I am telling you, quit thinking about it and just do it. With the best in the biz, that's Begin a New Med Spa. This is Jupiter's premier luxury med spa. Hey, this is Franny, and I'm kicking myself in the behind that it took me so long to do this. I'm over halfway through my laser hair removal treatments with Begin a New's medical professional, Regan, and my skin is already noticeably smoother and so much more hair-free. Now, this is not all that Begin Anew offers. Feeling drab, not sleeping well, and no energy? Ask them about their Optimal Wellness Program. Wanting to lose weight? Then the game-changing semaglutide may be perfect for you. Begin Anew also offers testosterone replacement therapy, body sculpting, and Botox. You can check out all they have to offer, plus their February specials at beginanewmed.com. And when you book that appointment, let them know that Franny sent you. That's beginanewmed.com.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
We have no major tie-ups being reported along 95 anywhere in Palm Beach County. PGA Boulevard is a slow go on the eastbound side, and this is in the area of Prosperity Farms Road, so have some patience there. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. Everyone knows that time is money. Go to Jackson
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Hey! Speaking of chopsticks, whoever shot down my Wuhan, lo mein, eco-friendly Chinese delivery balloon, you owe me $17.43! Oh, I'm hungry!
That's what I hate about the Grammys. It's so much corporate insiders and snobbery and everything. I mean, there were 2 albums released this past year that were both Grammy-worthy. And both of them got snubbed. They didn't even get nominated, let alone win, which they should have. And that's Greek's Angry Albums Part 1 and Part 2. And that's not even mentioning Greek's rendition of I Dream of Jeannie, which just brings a tear to my eye every time I hear it. It's a shame he doesn't get recognized for all of his great work.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
See, I thought we didn't qualify time-wise to get it for this year. Grammys.
Oh, no, we qualified. They just snubbed us, usual.
I'm a little offended.
Did you guys make the list of the 30, right? There was like 30 people on this list, too. People were surprised I've never won a Grammy.
We didn't even make that damn list.
I do like the I Dream of Jeannie thing. That's very sexy. I like to hear that when I get out of the shower. But I think we should have got in there. We should have got in.
I'm with you, AJ. It brings a tear to my eye every time, too.
Oh, my God. I didn't even notice that last night. I watched the Grammys. I didn't want to be one of those guys and just wanted to watch the show for myself.
Shocker.
But I
Right.
wow.
Anybody buying it? Anybody?
Nope.
That was a strong no.
Just letting you know how I feel.
No hesitation.
That was a strong no. That hurts, sweetums.
That hurts.
Trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creepy Trifecta.
Kyrie Irving is going to Dallas. That's right. He got traded by the Nets. He said Thursday he's not happy, and they trade him in a couple days. The trade deadline is this week in the NBA on Thursday. LeBron tweeted out a cryptic tweet. Maybe it's me. LeBron definitely wanted Kyrie back in L.A. with him. The Lakers are not doing well against this season. They're not qualified for the playoffs. I think they're 12th in the West, and they just can't get it together. But we'll see how Dallas does now with him and the whole Dallas organization and Mark Cuban. Do I think he'll be happy in Dallas? Probably not. The football is getting ready for the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl on Sunday in Arizona. And Arizona is ready for the Super Bowl and everything it has to offer. Rihanna's the halftime show. Eagles and the Chiefs are in town. The Eagles are 1.5-point favorites. The over-under is 50.5. 50.5. And Brady, 80 for Brady, came out this weekend and did pretty good. I think I would have lost an over-under. Reports are it did about 12.5 million. That's pretty good. I think so.
Not too shabby. I told you I had some girlfriends go see it.
What'd they say?
And they loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
They said it was cute.
So, I mean, if it, maybe it sticks around 4 or 5 weeks. I mean, if it makes 50 million, I don't know how much it costs to make. I don't know what they had to pay everybody. That's probably one of the highest costs.
Well, yeah. I mean, you have some pretty big actresses' names in there.
Yeah, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know what they got paid, but 80 for Brady. If you saw it and you had an opinion, call us 877-927-6969.
Plus, I got to pay rights to the NFL, too, right?
I would assume.
In order to use the Patriots logo and their uniforms and the whole thing. And in fact, it's not like they've created a make-believe NFL team. I mean, it's a real one.
Yeah, because I think if they did that, it wouldn't have worked at all. Like, I don't think, if they had some other team, just a thought.
Like in any given Sunday, right? I mean,
Sharks.
It was just, made up names.
Yeah,
but,
the Miami Sharks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah, you're 100% right. So the NFL's got to get paid. All the actors and actresses, obviously the big four.
And they're big names. I mean, it's not like they're, up-and-coming stars or something. Those are obviously well-established names in the Hollywood
Maybe
industry.
$5-10 million apiece. And then Brady. But Brady was the producer.
I was going to say it was his production company.
Yeah, and he was the producer for it. But again, it was a true story. But I do believe, and maybe I'm mistaken if anybody knows, maybe I'm wrong. Did the women actually go to the Super Bowl, or did they go and they couldn't get in or something?
The
I
real
don't know
life
the story.
Oh, I'm not familiar with the real life story.
And that is your last trifecta. Oh, excuse me. It's your lunchtime trifecta of the day. Peace. Again, you guys call us 877-927-6969. If you saw 80 for Brady, anything on topic always works. If not, bring up something else. And about the Super Bowl, should it be a holiday? Now, Jimmy, I know you had a story about a woman who found some serious money.
Yeah.
And that was very nice because, again, we always talk about if you find money, what would you do?
Well, I'll tell you, this is good. And it turned out to be a little bit of a heartwarming story. So here's the quick backstory to it. This woman, Diane Gordon, she walks to work 5 days a week because her car broke down a while ago and she can't afford to get it fixed. On her way to work one day, she stopped at a gas station to pick up snacks for the day. Nothing big, nothing out of the ordinary. When she stepped inside, she noticed a Ziploc bag on the floor of the convenience store, and she picked it up, and lo and behold, it had a bunch of money in it. She didn't know how much. She didn't look at it that deeply yet, but she went up to the register and got a hold of the clerk, and the clerk called the police to have them come by because she wanted to report it and turn it in, right?
Okay.
Doing the right thing, right? Pretty nice thing. Come to find out, there was almost $15,000 it was in that bag, but with as well as a bunch of cards. And come to find out, they were wedding gifts, and of course, cards for the bride and groom. And that's what was inside the bag. The money and the cards were returned to the newlyweds, according to Lieutenant Ivory. And in return, an officer's wife set up a GoFundMe page to help Gordon get a new car.
Oh wow, that's nice.
That's pretty nice. And so far, the page, I mean, it wasn't even up very long. It's already raised $26,000.
Wow.
And that'll buy a nice car.
Yeah.
One of our officers, this is a quote, one of our officers' wives actually set up a GoFundMe, Ivory said, because the world could probably use a few more Dianes. Here's a little audio to go with the story.
Looked down on the ground and found a plastic bag that had a large sum of money in it. This doesn't belong to me. I need to call a police officer.
It never really crossed our mind to do anything other than turn it over. Inside the bag was also wedding cards, so we come to find out that these are gifts from a wedding that had occurred that day. I think it was $14,780 worth of cash.
Wow. It's okay. I mean, it didn't belong to me.
Can you imagine that bride and groom?
Oh, my God.
Right? I
But
mean,
what a nice lady.
absolutely.
Somewhere down the road, drive, and they discovered that they lost them, and like the panic ensues on it,
I would have been devastated. I know somebody who their reception was at like a hotel or something like that, and somebody stole the card box with all their cash.
Yeah, we've heard that before.
Did they ever get it back?
No.
Oh, that's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that is sad. Let us know, too, about this situation. Would you, A, return it, B, keep it, or maybe just take out a taste?
Now, in your mind, does it make a difference, right? You open it, you see that there's wedding cards, right? And then you're like, oh, my goodness, we have to, or you open it and there's nothing except cash.
Makes a difference to me.
It makes a difference to you?
Yeah, because I actually know that it's somebody's who had a wedding and you get heartbroken, or $15,000 can be thrown out a window.
I mean, you get heartbroken if you lose $15,000 wedding or no wedding, but yeah.
But I'm saying it could be for an illegal activity. It could be something else. And they found $14,780. Do you take out maybe $80 for yourself?
For a finder's fee? Finder's fee?
For gas?
No.
They come back and they go, $80 is missing. You're like, really? I don't know. I know. It makes a difference to me, not to you.
It makes a little bit of a difference, but I still bring back the cash. It's the same. We've talked about that with the cash and the drugs and whatever.
Oh, drugs are different.
I'm just like, there's an air tag on here. They're going to find out where I am. Somebody's watching me. Some kind of cartel.
I would
I'm
want
too
drugs.
paranoid about it.
No, drugs I wouldn't want. Like if there was like 6 kilos, I was dogging or something, I tripped over it. No, I don't want that. Because somebody's coming to go after you.
But that's illegal. That's an illegal substance versus money. Money isn't illegal. Now that much money, finding it, I don't know. Are there laws? Do you have to turn that in? I don't even know if there are laws on that.
I thought we talked about this one time that you bring it to a police station, and again, just think of this, and if nobody claims it in 60 days, they give it back to you.
Okay. Fair
or
enough.
90
Yeah, that
days.
could be.
And again, I'm not sure, just something I'm thinking that I heard. It could be total BS, like we heard the other thing. You got to tell me if you're a cop.
Actually, it does make sense. It does sound right. Yeah.
Like
I don't know what the time frame may be the one thing that varies, but maybe state to state, county to county, who knows? But
but I always thought that if you found money and you brought it to the police department, and they, I guess they put it out publicly.
Any item, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't just have to be money, but money being one of them.
Yeah. I gotta be honest. I might take out the $80. 877-9.
That's Greek for the playback.
I mean, to get a pizza or something like that, a little walk around money. Because I'd be so disappointed if I gave them the money back and they didn't even throw me a reward like Girl Scout cookies, something like that. I'd be like, really? Nothing?
Sounds about right.
Oh, there's going to be a story today on the Greek Zone. I'm going to tell you at 3 to 5 on 1230 Gamble. You heard it on Real Radio. Our good friend Richie's going to tell a story. He said yesterday, I have to tell Jimmy this story.
Okay.
Please remind him. So I will wait till later today, but it is going to be a story that you'll be like, shocker.
Does it have to do with Girl Scout cookies or?
Something I said.
Okay.
In a roundabout way. It came out wrong.
No, it didn't come out wrong. You're not talking about the one we talked about last week.
No, this happened yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No. This
so
is
same thing?
No, different. This is totally different. 80 for Brady, though. I thought $12.5 million was pretty good.
That was Friday, right? That we did that story? The Girl Scout cookie story?
Yeah,
I think that was Friday. If Franny's not familiar with that, the quick synopsis is, no big shocker. Greek ended up buying cookies from a Girl Scout because her mom was hot.
Yeah. That happens every year.
Yeah. But this time he proceeded to tell the little girl that I'm only buying these because your mom's hot.
Oh, boy.
So, there's that.
She's like, thanks. Too much information.
and then Greek said,
all right.
Did you get a date out of it at least? No? Oh.
She didn't have a ring on, first of all, so I wasn't hitting on anybody. I just walked past.
What does that have to do with hitting on him if they have a ring on or not?
I'm not going to hit on somebody if they have a ring on. I have morals.
Yeah, but you said she didn't have a ring on.
I'm saying she was single.
When did you get
so you
these
did hit on
said
her.
morals?
Right?
No, I'm saying I didn't hit on her, but she didn't have a ring anyway. I wasn't saying to somebody who was married.
Okay.
If she was married, I wouldn't have said anything. I walked past. I didn't notice them.
It's the one time he noticed.
And then when I walked past the second time, she said hi to me and she said thank you for, whatever. I don't know what I said or something like that. She was, but if you ever want more cookies, let us know. And then when I looked up and I saw her and I was like,
whoa, I'll take 20.
All the ones you have.
So
Everything. I'll take the table.
All the cookies.
I'll take the table. So I said to the girl, I said, I'm buying these cookies. We do support Girl Scouts with iHeartRadio. That's where I work. I said, and I bought a few for a couple of my friends. I said, but I bought it because your mom is very nice. And she was like, oh, thanks.
That's not what happened. It's not.
No.
What's your dream?
Well, even though it was,
even
though it wasn't for the right reasons, right? It was just doing it because you thought the mom was pretty. You still gave money towards a Girl Scout, so that's all that matters.
It's the Greek way.
It is.
Do the right thing for the wrong reason.
The wrong reasons. Now, G-Man keeps on calling it the week of love. It's not. Valentine's Day is next week, but
doesn't matter, Franny.
You should love every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if Valentine's just being over, a week today. There's a lot of people who are taking their relationship to the next level. And if you want to get engaged,
here we go.
Get engaged at a place that's just right down the street from iHeartRadio.
Yeah, what is it?
The Cracker Barrel. So Cracker Barrel is giving couples an incentive to pop the question at one of their locations. So they're like, maybe you won't think it's the most romantic location you can think of unless you guys met there, right? The country store.
True.
Mm-hmm. Right? The restaurant is trying to entice you with free food. So, in fact, I'm talking about a year's worth of free food. All you have to do is get engaged at a Cracker Barrel and share the video on social media. So obviously there's more rules to it, but if you want to try for a shot of this, you post a video to Instagram between February 10th and the 16th, including a caption that explains why you decided to propose at the Cracker Barrel. You also need to add the hashtag I said yes at Cracker Barrel and contest. And then you mention them, and they are going to pick 5 lucky couples to win free food for a year.
That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, suppose the girl says no. Can you still put up to the nomination?
Yeah.
You still propose,
be a guaranteed
right?
winner, shouldn't it? Yeah. I mean, you just got rejected. I mean, at least they can do is give you some fried chicken.
Right?
Or something.
Give you some chicken and dumplings, something.
Yeah.
So they said that you can check out, I guess, one of the hashtags was I said yes. So one of it, she said no. I agree. I agree. They should give you food, free food for a year.
That's
you get rejected.
I don't know. That's got to be one of the hardest things. If you ask somebody to get married, they say no. I mean, that's got to be. I wish that happened to me a few times, but it never did. There also is a place, I don't know where it is, out west. I think they have it's $5 and you get to put your ex's name in cat litter. Kitty litter, and then I guess the cats go on there and do their business for your ex.
A lot of zoos now are jumping on that whole name a cockroach after your ex. There's more and more zoos that I see popping up doing that.
Yeah, I just saw an article about that the other day myself.
Yep.
I wonder if that'll sell out.
They do pretty well around this time.
Wonder.
They do.
The answer is yes.
The cat litter
They do very well.
Yep.
I think it's $5. They put your ex's name, I guess, in the cat litter, and then the cat litter does the business on there. Cracker Barrel, that's cool, though. I think that's really nice. And they're going to pick 5, and you get food for a year.
Yeah, I mean, that whole food for a year, you got to read the fine print, right? So I think I read it was like around $2,000 worth of gift cards.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
They give you a
Okay,
gift
so
card
it's not
first.
every day you walk in there and eat.
And eat for free every day, yeah.
No, you get a certain allotment.
Yeah.
There's a dollar amount. We had a buddy of ours that often writes into us, Kyle, works for the post office service. He had mentioned something, I think, now I'm going off of memory real quick, but they give you coupons. He won one of those where you get a certain amount of McDonald's for a year or something like that he had won, and they give you a coupon. So each time you go in.
You can't just walk in every single day.
Oh, see, that's what I thought it was. You just walk in, like McDonald's, get a Big Mac.
Yeah, they give you food food for a year, food for life, or something like that. There is a limit to it.
Oh, so there's really.
And we figured that. We were talking about it the other day, and that's how it came up.
A little false advertising.
Kind of.
I mean, it really is. Because if I'm thinking I'm getting food for a year and I walk in and I get coupons, I'm like, what am I doing with this?
Yeah.
I want to come in every day, order, get a smile, Coke and a smile, and I walk out.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to take this up legally. I get in touch with my attorneys after the show.
Did you win a food for the year contest?
No, but it doesn't matter.
Right. Still going to go after him.
Some way.
Okay. He's getting screwed, even though he's not getting scred. Is that what we're saying?
Shocker.
All right.
Maybe I can benefit.
When isn't Greek getting screwed?
I'm not getting screwed as much. See here and there. It is the Penthouse on a Monday. Super Bowl hype, baby.
Speaking of people getting screwed, now, Franny, you got this list too, and we were touching on it earlier about the Grammys. And I was surprised to see this. Artists that have never won a Grammy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you go through this list,
I
Franny?
saw some of them, yeah. And I was very surprised. So nominated, just not win.
The ones that I knew, I didn't see the list, but I heard a couple last night that I was shocked.
Yeah.
The biggest one I think that I was surprised that never won was the amount of times that she got nominated. And I think it's the most one. Katy Perry,
13 nominations, never won a Grammy.
That's amazing.
How about Snoop Dogg?
Yeah, he had a
There's
lot of
one. 16 nominations, never won a Grammy.
Wow.
So he didn't get anything for the Super Bowl? That was the Super Bowl who won a Grammy for the halftime show?
The Super Bowl performance got a Grammys. I
Yeah.
guess they all got them individually. I guess.
Well, no, but
Well,
if they
he
would get him
wasn't-
individually, he would be part of that.
Dr. Dre was the technical headliner, right? So he would get it, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I'm.
They
kind
did
of
get
assuming
Grammys
that.
for it. I know that, but I guess Dr. Dre, like Jimmy said, was the one.
Dierks Bentley, 14 nominations, never won a Grammy. Some other ones that kind of are a little bit more surprising. The Beach Boys.
Oh, I'm shocked.
Only 4 nominations, but no Grammys. Some of the ones, like the rock ones, like Guns N' Roses and Def Leppard, it doesn't surprise me because back then they didn't like rock and roll. They didn't. It was more about the pop groups and stuff.
I am surprised, though.
Kid Rock, 5 nominations, no Grammys. Toby Keith, 7 nominations, no Grammy. The Who, 2 nominations, no Grammys. And then, that one, Run DMC, Queen.
Wow.
4 nominations, no Grammys. And Joe Satriani, 15 nominations, no Grammys.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised by a lot of
There's some
those.
ones that are a little bit more shocking.
A lot of times they did say over the years, some of the groups were very outspoken against the Grammys. So who knows if that hurt them or
that'll
not.
do it too, yeah.
I don't know.
The politics involved in it. I guess that's possible. I don't know who votes on that. Is that American Music Association or something?
I would
thing
assume
like that?
it's the Grammy committee that they have a bunch of people who vote on it every year. But Beyonce, I mean, how many she has, I cannot believe it. I mean, over 80? Whew. I mean, that is, 36 or whatever, 30.
With 80 nominations,
Yeah, 80
is that it?
Yeah. 80 nominations, Jimmy Wren. I think she has 37.
Yeah.
And she's the number one.
Just overtook it with the 4 last night. Put her over the top as the most.
Ever.
Do you know who she beat? I forgot.
Some
who was-
conductor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For symphony orchestra, I think he had.
Okay.
Paul McCartney was up there too.
Okay.
I think he had in the 30s or something like that with the Beatles and with Wings and his solo stuff. But yeah, I mean, shocking. Michael Jackson, I mean, I don't know how many he had, but I know he did very well for a couple of years. He got a lot of them, but no, like 40? Imagine that trophy case. Like you walk in.
Yeah.
It's a room.
I mean, her and Jay-Z.
She's got a Grammy room, I'm
He's
sure.
got a ton of them too. Jay-Z,
right,
yeah. So
I
I mean,
imagine.
together, oh my God! I think he did perform last night, like 7 minutes or something like that, or 6 minutes, and they were raving about his performance. If you saw the Grammys last night, let us know if you had an opinion. Call us 877-927-6969. Also, should the Super Bowl be a holiday on Monday? And if you're calling in sick, are you better off calling in sick or just taking the day? And remember, if you're calling sick, you don't really have to say what you're doing. You get a sick day, it's your day.
Yeah. We had somebody who says every year they've been putting it in 2 months in advance. The day off.
Okay, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Make it a vacation each year.
Yep.
A vacation day.
Franny, I know we got some Florida stories coming up. What do we got?
Yeah, we have a Florida man who has a really dumb idea on how to make some money from his house. Let's say it just involves an invasive species here in Florida. We also have a bad story about a Ferrari Roma. I'm sure this guy was heartbroken when he saw what happened to his car. And more coming your way in your What the Florida on Real Radio 92.1.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice one on our Monday. Temperatures are in the 70s as we move throughout the afternoon. Low humidity, so it's nice and comfortable out there. Plenty of sunshine and a light breeze. Winds are out of the northeast around 10 to 15 miles per hour. This calm weather pattern continues again for the day tomorrow. Back in the 70s for Tuesday. Our next cold front moves in for the end of the week.
This report is sponsored by Reese Windows and Doors.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word HAPPY right now to 20129. That's HAPPY to 20129.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
As a Walgreens pharmacist, I talk with people all the time about little tips and tricks for filling their Medicare prescriptions, like taking advantage of Walgreens 90-day refills to save them a trip, or using Refill by Scan, which is super easy and right on your phone. And for anybody worried about prescription costs, I say, hey, we got you, with low-cost copays on many medications.
Let's talk about making things easier. Walgreens is here. Fill your way and save at walgreens.com/Medicare. See pharmacists for restrictions and exclusions.
What you've heard about probiotics is probably wrong.
I eat yogurt, so I don't need to take a probiotic.
Probiotics? They don't really work. It's time to learn the truth about probiotics and join the Align Healthy Gut Team Up. Align has probiotics to naturally help relieve occasional bloating, gas, and abdominal discomfort. Try Align probiotics for a month and see how great a healthy gut can feel. Get $2 off your first month of Align at alignprobiotics.com.
Hey, it's the Greek for Supreme Golf Carts. If you want a golf cart, this is the place to go. 2411 North Federal Highway. New or pre-owned, gas or electric, custom, they can do it all. If you want to be a baller and have a great golf cart, make sure you go to Supreme Golf Carts, 2411 North Federal Highway. And February 10th, the Penthouse will be in the house for the big game live broadcast at Supreme Golf Carts, 2411 North Federal Highway. If you want a golf cart, there's only one place to go, Supreme Golf Carts. Peace!
Attention Florida homeowners. The MySafe Florida Home Program is now in effect. This program was enacted by the Florida legislature to help single-family homeowners in Florida protect their home against hurricanes and save money doing it. To learn more and apply for a free home hurricane inspection, go to mysafeflhome.com. That's mysafeflhome.com. Once again, that's mysafeflhome.com.
Hayes the Greek from Monroe's Big Weekend. New Orleans-inspired entertainment. Mardi Gras comes to Monroe's big contest. Lady with the most beads wins $250. And Sunday is the big game and the watch party. Where would you rather watch the game than with beautiful ladies, great entertainment, and great food? It's the big game and it's the watch parties. It's at Monroe's, February 12th. It's a big weekend. There's only one place to be, baby. Monroe's. Peace.
Score big with the big game experience at Duffy Sports Grill. Starting at only $25, guaranteed front row seat for the big game. Includes a $10 coupon for your next visit, complimentary welcome drink with stadium snack, souvenir game day tickets, official Duffy swag, and one lucky guest who reserves their seat ahead will automatically register for a chance to win an autographed Miami Dolphins football signed by Tyreek Hill at every Duffy's location. Hurry, limited availability.
This is Miami's Mike Gesicki, number 88, and I'll see you at Duffy Sports Grill.
Duffy's, our game is always on.
It's fair time. The 64th Martin County Fair kicks off February 10th, featuring a Golden Buzzer winner from America's Got Talent Extreme, an opening night concert by another AGT music act, and new this year, the Hops and Hogs Beer Fest on opening night. A beer fest at the fair? Outstanding. Then grab some fair food and play some carnival games. The Martin County Fair, February 10th through 18th. Discounted tickets on sale now at martincountyfair.com.
The hit true crime podcast Paper Ghosts is back with a brand new case. Season 3 digs deep into the 1992 cold case murder of Tammy Jo Zawicki, a New Jersey college student, and uncovers a murky police investigation, a pool of new suspects, and a community still desperate for answers 30 years later.
Tammy's supposed to be on campus, and she's not here, and people are starting to get worried.
Listen to Paper Ghosts on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
As a Walgreens pharmacist, I talk with people all the time about little tips and tricks for filling their Medicare prescriptions, like taking advantage of Walgreens 90-day refills to save them a trip, or using Refill by Scan, which is super easy and right on your phone. And for anybody worried about prescription costs, I say, hey, we got you with low-cost copays on many medications.
Let's talk about making things easier. Walgreens is here. Fill your way and save at walgreens.com/Medicare. See pharmacists for restrictions and exclusions.
What you've heard about probiotics is probably wrong.
I eat yogurt, so I don't need to take a probiotic.
Probiotics? They don't really work.
It's time to learn the truth about probiotics and join the Align Healthy Gut Team Up. Align has probiotics to naturally help relieve occasional bloating, gas, and abdominal discomfort. Try Align probiotics for a month and see how great a healthy gut can feel. Get $2 off your first month of Align at alignprobiotics.com.
No one has the same taste as you.
You damn right.
From the music you love to the podcasts you can't live without. And only the iHeartRadio app has it all for free. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
iHeartRadio. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Delray Beach, Atlantic Avenue completely closed between Sims Road and Military Trail. Gas leak right outside of the Jiffy Lube. West side of Military Trail. Use Lake Ida Road, Linton Boulevard instead. And make sure that you slow down for bicycles on your commute. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Discover. We could talk about how complicated other banks make it to redeem credit card rewards. Or we could talk about how with Discover, you can redeem your rewards for cash in any amount at any time. Talk about amazing. Learn more at discover.com/redeem rewards. Terms apply.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score
Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, this is for Jorge. You know who's going to replace Kevin Costner on Yellowstone? Brady.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Oh, I would love to see that. Jorge would go nuts. He was toss his cookies. It is The Penthouse on a Monday. It's National Compliment Day, so give somebody a compliment. It's also National Chopstick Day. So maybe if you don't know how to use chopsticks, somebody could show you. It'd be a great icebreaker. Walk around with chopsticks and go up to somebody and go, I don't know how to use these. Can you help me with my sticks? Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
Franny's raising her eyebrows.
Hey, what's up? Can you please help me with my wood?
Want to do some Florida stories?
Anyone?
Hello? Listening up?
Florida. Dude, you say Florida. I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Yeah, so a dude with a Ferrari Roma is not having a good day.
Speaking of small penises.
This happened Palm Beach County. That looks like, according to the Palm Beach County Fire Rescue, they said that this thing got mangled. They responded to a local high-end car dealership. I'm wondering which one it was. In Palm Beach. Which local? I'm trying to think because there's one when you're going to downtown West Palm on the right-hand side, and they do have cars that are up like on that. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't know the name of it.
I wonder if it was that one. So
there can't be many that have an elevator that brings the cars up.
So they said that the elevator malfunctioned, causing the car to hang down the elevator shaft. Not just was it hanging, the whole back end of it got smashed. They said crews had to first mitigate a fuel leak. They said it involved a bunch of stuff, setting up portable pipes, cutting the power to the business. So that was just a bad day for business in general when it came to this high-end car dealership.
Whoops.
They had to get a towing company out there. They said they used their new rotator wrecker to remove the car from the elevator.
The Koff's 45-foot boom and multiple 50,000-pound winches were the right tool for the job. They said there was no injuries. Crews were on scene for approximately 4 hours to get the job done. They said the Roma's owner was in the car when the incident began. So, yeah, that sucks. They were just trying to take the car, I guess, to the third floor parking garage.
Mm-hmm.
And
the guy was in the car.
Things did not work out very well, but they're saying he'll be okay.
Good.
So, yeah, I mean, he just probably was backing it up in there and it was like, oh, where's the elevator? And then it just...
I can't even imagine.
Went down, yeah. Probably a very scary feeling. And then, yes, we have a Florida man who was upset because the baggage fees for Spirit Airlines. Now, the guy was just going from Orlando to Pensacola, and he was talking to airline supervisors and was upset because these fees can get ridiculous, but you just don't do this. So he allegedly, even though people heard this, mentioned that the plane would have to be deplaned because there was a bomb on board.
Not good.
His quote,
Terrible.
I bet you everyone on the aircraft is going to deplane. There's a bomb on that aircraft, he told employees. His wife stepped in and told employees, listen, it's ridiculous. What he's saying isn't true.
Just kidding.
Does not matter. The employee called 911, and then he doubled down. Curry was like, you want me to say it again? Wow. Yeah.
He belongs in jail.
Uh-huh. So because of it, FBI, TSA, police, and canines, and the Greater Orlando Aviation Authority responded to the gate, got everyone off the plane, searched the plane, checked all the luggage that was on the plane. There was no threat, and the flight was allowed to continue. But still, what a pain in the ass. And Curry told Orange County Sheriff's Office detectives that he said, what if there was a bomb on the plane? Not there is a bomb on the plane, is what does not matter. He was remorseful, I guess, and didn't realize the impact of his statement, what it would create.
All for some fees.
And he was arrested, yes, and booked into jail. And then, and by the way, yeah, that flight was like 2 hours late, so blame it on that dude. And then finally, in your What the Florida, yes, we have a dude who claims his neighbors are just jealous of him in a relationship he's got with certain critters. And what we're talking about is iguanas.
I can see it.
I guess they were on Dr. Phil trying to figure out this whole thing between the two. Dr. Phil showcased this, what he calls a unique example of divisiveness in America this past Friday with neighbors feuding over the feeding of wild iguanas. Dr. Phil introduced Darren, and Darren's been feeding wild iguanas in his South Florida community for a while. These lizards are seen as a nuisance by his neighbors, but not to Darren. Darren loves these things, and in the clip, he's like, my neighbors are getting so jealous. They're getting jealous because they see me having fun. He even said to one of them, why do you have to be jealous? You can come over and feed the iguanas with me. Well, they don't want to. He has also suggested that he could turn his iguana feeding into a business. He claims, if you went somewhere kind of fun and tropical, you'd pay $200 to feed iguanas. What I do is an experience, he declared. I just came up with this good idea. I should do an Airbnb experience, have people come to my house, feed the iguanas on my patio. I'll put a little gumball machine in there where the food they can have, and that'll really piss off my neighbors.
Oh, great.
Uh-huh.
Next block party's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so his neighbor's Matthew, and Matthew is not really happy with him. He said there's a bunch of things that Darren does. He's a nightmare to have in the community.
Well, Matt's no fun.
Yep. He said he's a nightmare. Everything you're not supposed to do, he does. I'm just sick of him and all these iguanas. He's just feeding them constantly. He's an absolute nightmare. They just want no part of it. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I feel like I have to go back and watch this Dr. Phil episode, especially before it ends, because he's calling it quits. He is retiring.
A party pooper.
And that is, oh my God, that would be my mother-in-law's nightmare. She is deathly afraid of iguanas.
I think a lot of people.
Deathly. Even little lizards. She can't stand them, but iguanas, she loses her mind.
Yeah, and if they're next to her neighbor and he's feeding them, you might have, 50, 60 of them. Who wants to deal with that? They're going to come into your yard.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, they'll look for food over there.
They're going to make a mess everywhere.
Exactly. And Dr. Phil was like, he looked at Darren, he was like, all right, why don't we compromise, dude? Who's like, compromise. He said, why don't you go, if you love them so much, why don't you go to where the iguanas are?
Yeah.
Instead of bringing them to your house, go to a pond or whatever. Wherever the iguanas hang out, then you can go out where they are and don't draw them to other houses.
Maybe a field someplace. Just feed them or something
Dude,
like that.
right? Where, are you listening, Darren? Congress, right there. There's a canal. They're everywhere. And nobody's house is over there.
Yeah. Don't be so selfish. I mean, he feels probably it's his property. He can do whatever he wants. That's what most people feel like. I pay taxes.
Yeah.
This is my money. This is my property. And you do what you want on your property. But it does affect the other people. I mean, when you hear like a loud dog barking, people get upset.
Yeah.
On a regular.
Well, I know my neighbor on the other, so my neighbor, the neighbor on his other side, he's dealing with that right now. There's a dog that not only does it bark, but it's aggressive. And there's like a little hole in their fence and it almost bit his brother. And so they're going to put something up, but he was just like, I feel bad. And not just that, they'll take it out for a walk at like 1 a.m. and it just barks.
Yeah, people.
And he's never met that neighbor yet. So he's just trying to figure out how to solve the problem without making somebody mad.
Maybe just knock on a door and just try to talk to him.
Yeah.
Just say, hey, you know what? I
Sometimes
want to
you
get
have to, especially if you have an aggressive dog, too.
Yeah, just, I want to get along, but I just thought I would let you know.
I'm a dog lover myself, but I mean, when they become a nuisance like that, there are, or at least I know in some areas there are laws that, you can't let a dog continuously bark.
Is there ever a time, Jimmy?
In our area, it used to be 5 minutes. Continuous barking for 5 minutes or more is not supposed to. Now, most people tolerate that and then some before they bother calling anybody, I would imagine. But I don't.
But at night when you're walking a dog, if it's making noise, is there a time like
it's a noise ordinance, so it doesn't really matter where you are.
Yeah.
It's just 5 minutes of continuous barking.
And isn't there one that's like the same thing, like 8 a.m. in the morning? You can't start like lawnmowers.
Well, again, that's regional. I imagine some areas have it where you can't do operate any power equipment before a certain time in the morning.
Yeah.
And it covers like construction or even your a lawnmower or something too.
It is the Penthouse. Some crazy things. You never want to have a beef with your neighbors. We're going to come back with a story about, and everybody's got a different opinion, couples, who's a better saver, men or women? And again, it just really depends on the individual, but we might have some insight. We'll be back. Peace.
Rover's Morning Glory. Studies say Americans are sick and tired of being asked to provide a tip at every business they purchase something at now. Crystal, you used to work at Starbucks. How many people would tip when they got their coffee there?
Not many, but the people that did, it was exciting. You're like, thank you so much. Even if they put $1 in there, it was really nice.
Rex has a Crystal joke here and says Crystal got way more tips at the Swingers Club. He just sent a text in.
Just the tip.
Rover's Morning Glory. Weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on Real Radio 92.1 for the Palm Beaches and 101.7 for the Treasure Coast.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice one on our Monday. Temperatures are in the 70s as we move throughout the afternoon. Low humidity, so it's nice and comfortable out there. Plenty of sunshine and a light breeze. Winds are out of the northeast around 10 to 15 miles per hour. This calm weather pattern continues again for the day tomorrow. Back in the 70s for Tuesday. Our next cold front moves in for the end of the week.
This report is sponsored by the Truth with Lisa Booth podcast.
The state of California is out with a new law trying to muzzle any doctor who questions the COVID consensus. So what does that mean for medicine moving forward? We'll talk to one man who's suing the state. Listen to Truth with Lisa Booth every Monday and Thursday, but you can listen throughout the week on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
The News Junkie is brought to you by Gordon and Partners. ForTheInjured.com. 561-333-3333.
As a Walgreens pharmacist, I talk with people all the time about little tips and tricks for filling their Medicare prescriptions, like taking advantage of Walgreens 90-day refills to save them a trip, or using Refill by Scan, which is super easy and right on your phone. And for anybody worried about prescription costs, I say, hey, we got you, with low-cost copays on many medications.
Let's talk about making things easier. Walgreens is here. Fill your way and save at walgreens.com/Medicare. See pharmacists for restrictions and exclusions.
What you've heard about probiotics is probably wrong.
I eat yogurt, so I don't need to take a probiotic.
Probiotics? They don't really work.
It's time to learn the truth about probiotics and join the Align Healthy Gut Team Up. Align has probiotics to naturally help relieve occasional bloating, gas, and abdominal discomfort. Try Align probiotics for a month and see how great a healthy gut can feel. Get $2 off your first month of Align at alignprobiotics.com.
Jackson Hewitt gets you your biggest tax refund guaranteed, plus a chance to double your refund or win weekly prizes with their Double Your Refund sweepstakes. File your taxes on the double. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents 18 or older who file a 2022 federal tax return. Ends 4/2/23.
Hey, it's the Greek for Supreme Golf Carts. If you want a golf cart, this is the place to go. 2411 North Federal Highway. New or pre-owned, gas or electric, custom, they can do it all. If you want to be a baller and have a great golf cart, make sure you go to Supreme Golf Carts. 2411 North Federal Highway. And February 10th, the Penthouse will be in the house for the big game live broadcast at Supreme Golf Carts, 2411 North Federal Highway. If you want a golf cart, there's only one place to go, Supreme Golf Carts. Peace!
We're Storm Smart. Here in Florida, that's a name people trust. For over 26 years, we've been making storm catcher screens, the leading hurricane safety product on the market, protecting over 90,000 Florida homes in communities just like yours. And while storms may come and go, one thing's for sure, Storm Smart's here to stay. Day in and day out, we'll be here, working harder to make sure you can breathe a little easier. Smart is protecting our community today and tomorrow.
GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer, paying top dollar for your car, truck, sports car, exotic. What are you waiting for? We want to buy your car right now. Find out why thousands of satisfied customers across the United States put more money in their pocket by going to GiveMeTheVin.com. I told my buyers, let's get them bought. Right now is the time to go.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Josh, quote, "After walking around my whole life being a mouth breather, I was excited to try Navage. I read the directions carefully, pressed the button, and oh my gosh, what a sensation. So much mucus, so much crud, but oh sweet, merciful air I can finally breathe you through my nose. Never have I ever taken such an amazing breath in my life. This is a life changer," unquote. He's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Attention Florida homeowners. The My Safe Florida Home program is now in effect. This program was enacted by the Florida legislature to help single-family homeowners in Florida protect their home against hurricanes and save money doing it. To learn more and apply for a free home hurricane inspection, go to mysafeflhome.com. That's mysafeflhome.com. Once again, that's mysafeflhome.com.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, it's Megan. The other day I discovered yet another new favorite drink with my favorite spirit, Knox & Dunn Florida Rum. And I think I'll call this one the Megan Mai Tai. But I'm telling you, Knox & Dunn is so versatile that it can be used in any recipe. That's because Knox & Dunn doesn't have that sweet, sugary taste or burn that you normally get from rum. Their rum is aged in American oak bourbon barrels, so it'll change the way you enjoy any recipe when it's made with Knox & Dunn. So head over to your favorite liquor store and ask them for a bottle of Knox & Dunn Florida Rum. If they don't have it, tell them you want them to carry Florida's fastest growing local craft spirit. You can thank me later.
Attention Florida homeowners. The My Safe Florida Home program is now in effect. This program was enacted by the Florida legislature to help single-family homeowners in Florida protect their home against hurricanes and save money doing it. To learn more and apply for a free home hurricane inspection, go to mysafeflhome.com. That's mysafeflhome.com. Once again, that's mysafeflhome.com.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Delray Beach, Atlantic Avenue completely closed between Sims Road and Military Trail. Gas leak right outside of the Jiffy Lube. West side of Military Trail. Use Lake Ida Road, Linton Boulevard instead. And make sure that you slow down for bicycles on your commute. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's. Try Wendy's Homestyle French Toast Sticks today. Wendy's Homestyle French Toast Sticks are so good. Some are saying they're better than their mom's French toast. Perfectly crispy on the outside, perfectly fluffy on the inside, perfectly perfect in every way. Try Wendy's Homestyle French Toast Sticks today and see if they're better than your mom's.
On the Exorcist Files podcast, a leading exorcist and demonologist shares stories of disturbing and vicious cases of possession. For the last 2 decades, Father Carlos Martins has encountered evil in nearly every way imaginable.
What Hollywood portrayed in The Exorcist.
On the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeartRadio station.
Just think how many women could have booties if Lizzo donated the proceeds from her liposuction.
Yeehaw! Let's propose at the Cracker Barrel. Man, I can't wait to ask Charisse to the Cracker Barrel. Nothing says romance like giant checkers on a rug and some rocking chairs. Charisse, will you marry me? Look, I left all but one golf tee out of that wooden triangle sitting on the table. What more do you want from a man?
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
A lot more than that.
AJ, MVP, always does a great job getting involved with the callback line. You are awesome, buddy. All of you guys are. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
Whatever. Franny's here.
Whatever. Hey,
exactly.
Whatever.
Call back, talk back. Your sister's back. I don't care. I'm getting in diamonds for my birthday. So, Franny, this is a debate that's been going on for a long time, but I think more or less, not men against women, but couples. People will say one's a better saver than the other, just like everything else.
And this is a men against women kind of thing.
Yes.
Specifically when it comes to this study that was done. But yeah, it looks like a majority of guys think that they are better at saving money than women are. Now, we're not going to start a feud over here between men and women, but
why not?
What's your personal thoughts?
I think it depends on the individual, obviously. I don't think there's anybody who's better, male or female. It's the individual as a person, what is important to them, and obviously what the bills are and how responsible they are. If you're asking me or somebody I was with, I would rather give it to them than me. No doubt. Even the new me that has changed over the last, I would say, 3 or 4 years. I would still rather give it to somebody.
When did you start saving money? And Jimmy, you too.
I would say when I was a kid, very, very good between like ages of 12 to 20. And then I think I got good between like 25 and on.
Yeah, they say it's around 24 is when the average person starts saving their money.
But only because my dad made me. And then obviously 25 years ago when I started here, I got into a 401k. Mm-hmm. So that was a good savings. Mm-hmm.
And you bring up a good point. So the average person around 24 years old is when they start, and they learn how to manage finances, as G-Man mentioned, from their parents while growing up.
Yeah, if it's important in the household, and like everything else, then you see it.
Yeah.
And don't live above your means.
Yep. Yeah, I wish I learned that much earlier. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I'm much better with money now, but I had a really bad streak, and I really only started saving maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah, I'm with you. It took a little bit later on for me to do it, too.
I was even here at iHeart for quite a while. I mean, it was Clear Channel at the time, and I wasn't into 401k, and eventually I did get into it, and, you should, because a place like, fortunately for us, we're at a company that at least partially matches, right? Yeah. So that's just like, it's just giving you money, and if you don't do it, you're just giving money away, so it makes a lot of sense to do that if you can.
I was actually shocked to see this, that nearly 2/3 have an emergency fund, because we always hear about how a lot of people don't have emergency funds, and they even claim that it's estimated around 5 months worth of their income in it.
Yeah, and I don't believe
that sounds very high.
Because they always say the average person can't do $400. You hear it all the time.
Right.
If there's an emergency outside their budget, their rent, their car,
they always talk about it. If something came up, say, I don't know, they're a medical thing and they don't have insurance, or their car broke down, or something happened in their house. We hear that constantly. The average person. There was a stat last week in the New York Post. What was it? 48% of people who make $100,000 live paycheck to paycheck. So to me, they don't have 5 months in reserve.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. They said half of those do have their savings for retirement, like a 401k, or they have IRAs too.
But they don't count.
But yeah, so this is another stat that they're throwing out there. But yeah, I found that to be very, very high when they said that many people had that much in emergency funds.
I could see maybe
5 months income.
Yeah, maybe a month. And a month's a lot. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, like if you could say, hey, I got my, I'm good for a month. When you're, your average person. If you have 5 months, that's strong. That, God forbid if something happens, you almost got a half a year to get back on your feet, which is a great thing.
Right.
But I think it's the individual, the man or the woman.
Yeah, but so they're asking them personally, right? So it was like 55% of men rate their money-saving abilities higher than average, with only 39% of women saying that theirs are higher than average.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think it's something that guys typically have a tendency of bragging about. But I'm with Greek, and I'm assuming you too, Franny, that really it's an individual person.
Yes, of course.
It shouldn't. It's not something that goes by gender.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just think that all around. And you might have one again. Let's just say every day. One who's a spender, one who's not. One who might like go on vacations, one who's not. I think that just you as an individual. You got to pay your bills, and then obviously if you budget, say, well, this is going to bills, this is going to maybe savings, and this is what we have left to have fun with. And that's it. But it's hard for people to stay on a budget. I mean, I tried to stay on a budget yesterday at the track. It was hard.
It was hard.
I tried. Special shout out to Penny, who took all our wagers yesterday at the Gulfstream racetrack. A very nice lady.
Took them all away. She took them all.
I said, Penny, don't you walk on by. She was walking on by yesterday. That's for sure. It is the Penthouse. It is a Monday. We're going to come back with a trifecta. I know we got a couple people on hold and a couple other things on the stove for you guys. We'll be back. Peace.
Because your pets are pretty lonely when you're gone. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice one on our Monday. Temperatures are in the 70s as we move throughout the afternoon. Low humidity, so it's nice and comfortable out there. Plenty of sunshine and a light breeze. Winds are out of the northeast around 10 to 15 miles per hour. This calm weather pattern continues again for the day tomorrow. Back in the 70s for Tuesday. Our next cold front moves in for the end of the week.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Hiring can be a headache. That's why there's Indeed, the hiring platform that removes the hassle. Sponsor a job and immediately get a short list of quality candidates. And you can schedule and conduct video interviews right on their site. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
The News Junkie is brought to you by Gordon & Partners. ForTheInjured.com. 561-333-3333.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's Big Weekend. New Orleans-inspired entertainment. Mardi Gras comes to Monroe's. Big contest lady with the most beads wins $250. And Sunday is the big game and the watch party. Where would you rather watch the game than with beautiful ladies, great entertainment, and great food? It's the big game and it's the watch parties. It's at Monroe's, February 12th. It's a big weekend. There's only one place to be, baby. Monroe's. Pets.
Injured on the job? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Glenn Levine, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
We're Storm Smart. Here in Florida, that's a name people trust. And while storms may come and go, one thing's for sure. Storm Smart's here to stay. Smart is protecting our community today and tomorrow. Storm Smart.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information.
Looking for a real solution for ED?
So are we.
At forhims.com/radio, you can get access to the trusted generic versions of proven treatments for ED, like Viagra, for 95% less than the brand name price.
That's right, 95% less.
I was prescribed the generic for Viagra, and Hims shipped it directly to me for free in discreet packaging. I didn't have to go to the pharmacy, deal with insurance, or wait ages for an in-person appointment. The Hims process is super convenient, totally private, and 100% online. After you complete a simple medical intake at forhims.com/radio, a licensed medical provider assesses your information and determines if treatment might be right for you. Hims made it so simple to get access to treatment for my ED. Now, I feel like myself again.
And we feel like us again.
Start your free trial today at forhims.com/radio. That's forhims.com/RADIO for your free visit. forhims.com/radio.
Live from Radio Row, it's Super Bowl week, and there's no better way to stay up to speed than with the Around the NFL podcast. Join me, Dan Hansis, and my buds, Mark Sessler and Greg Rosenthal, for the latest football news with just a touch of mirth.
We've got the #1 football podcast in the world, and Rihanna is playing the Apple Music halftime show. It doesn't get much better than that, guys.
Hang out with us live from Glendale, Arizona all week long. Listen to Around the NFL on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
What you've heard about probiotics is probably wrong.
I eat yogurt, so I don't need to take a probiotic.
Probiotics? They don't really work. It's time to learn the truth about probiotics and join the Align Healthy Gut Team Up. Align has probiotics to naturally help relieve occasional bloating, gas, and abdominal discomfort. Try Align probiotics for a month and see how great a healthy gut can feel. Get $2 off your first month of Align at alignprobiotics.com.
As a Walgreens pharmacist, I talk with people all the time about little tips and tricks for filling their Medicare prescriptions, like taking advantage of Walgreens 90-day refills to save them a trip, or using Refill by Scan, which is super easy and right on your phone. And for anybody worried about prescription costs, I say, hey, we got you, with low-cost copays on many medications.
Let's talk about making things easier. Walgreens is here. Fill your way and save at walgreens.com/Medicare. See pharmacists for restrictions and exclusions.
Joint pain. It's something that can literally stop us in our tracks. At Florida Joint Pain Experts, we offer a revolutionary specialized course of treatment, perfected over 10 years, that can eliminate your pain. Our regenerative therapies actually repair damaged tissue, restoring the joint and eliminating the pain, not masking it with drugs or risky invasive surgery. If you suffer with joint pain, arthritis, age, degeneration, or a sports injury and have been told you need knee, hip, shoulder, or back surgery, Florida Joint Pain Experts offers revolutionary non-surgical solutions with actual regrowth of your own tissue with no downtime and long-lasting results. Call right now and set up your free examination with one of our highly specialized doctors at one of our 8 leading-edge clinics in Palm Beach, Broward, and Miami. Experience VIP medical care at its best. Call right now and see how you can get your first treatment free. Call 800-262-6117. That's 800-262-6117. 800-262-6117.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Delray Beach, Atlantic Avenue completely closed between Sims Road and Military Trail. Gas leak right outside of the Jiffy Lube. West side of Military Trail. Use Lake Ida Road, Linton Boulevard instead. And make sure that you slow down for bicycles and your commute. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by the Ben Ferguson Podcast.
Coming up on the Ben Ferguson Podcast, the media is now turning on the White House.
Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Monday. Hope you had a good weekend. Gave away Honda Classic tickets today, so one lucky individual is going to be at the Honda. Listen up every day at 11:45 because there's always a good prize for you for listening to Real Radio. After us, it is the News Junkies, the Greek Zone, special guest today, a guy who made a movie about his life, and he's local from Boca Raton. Should be interesting. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
And Francis is here.
Hey, what's up?
We're going to get you a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
Kyrie Irving said he wasn't happy. He wanted out of Brooklyn in the house, and he's in Dallas. Just like that. $40 million later, and he's in Brooklyn. He's never happy wherever he is, but he's a great ball player. Is he on the All-Star team? He was on the East squad. Now he's going to be just transferred over to the West. Mark Cuban is the owner. I want to see how this works out. I'm giving this maybe a year and a half before this crashes. I think it's a little bit T.O. in the NFL, and Kyrie's the basketball version. LeBron James tweeted out something very cryptic. He said, maybe it's me. because LeBron did want him, but it didn't work out with the Lakers. The Nets did not like the Lakers' offer. The NFL is getting ready for the biggest game of the year. It is the Super Bowl. And unless you live under a rock, everybody's going to have something to do with the Super Bowl, a party, an event, maybe a square, betting on it. And there's going to be so much excitement. Rihanna's a halftime show. We look forward to it. Some people think it should be a holiday in our country, and it is one of the biggest days of the year. The Eagles are -1.5, and the over-under is 50.5. And if you like the over, please bet it today, because that is only going in one direction, up. So you want to be on the right side of the train. And the NFL yesterday had their flag football all-star game. Peyton Manning and Eli were the coaches. Pete Davidson and Snoop Dogg were the captains. And Eli ended up beating Peyton. And 58,000 people showed up in Las Vegas to see that at the stadium. Great crowd, great for the NFL. And again, it is the biggest week, and we're getting ready for a countdown to the Super Bowl. And that is your last trifecta of the day. Jimmy, you have somebody on hold?
We do. We have two people on hold. We're going to start with Fred. Fred, welcome to the Penthouse.
Whatever.
What's up, Freddie?
Not much. Kyrie Irving going to the Mavs. I think the under is less than a year and a half there.
Well, they got him for this year, so that's about a half a year. So I would give him that, and then maybe a year he'll get a little cranky as he usually does.
I thought he and KD were like best buddies. What happened there?
Well, he's painting it that the Nets didn't want to give him a max contract, and they weren't taking care of him, so that's why he wanted out. No offense to any of the Net players or to anybody he played with. He's blaming it more on management.
Well, I think they just figured out what Boston figured out. It's the same thing. It's just he's a head case and he's not to be trusted. So see you later, pal.
Same thing with Cleveland.
Yep. Did you happen to see what happened in Mount Washington this weekend?
No.
Wow. 54 below zero.
Oh, my God. That's why I didn't hear about it. I know it's brutal in New York right now in New Jersey. I mean, they had a bad weekend. Like 7 degrees. Really cold.
I had a buddy of mine who's Wisconsin area, I think is where he's at now. I think it was minus the 35.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
No, thank you.
Can't even open a door.
They had to put out a public service announcement. Please don't do any winter hiking or camping this weekend in Mount Washington. Okay, you had to announce that one. Oh, boy.
That's cold.
But there's a reason why they did, because people will do that. They'll go out in that, and then they need to be rescued.
You're 100%
and that's
right.
what they're trying to avoid. And of course, Mount Washington, not only the cold but the wind.
Yeah, it was blowing 110 to 115 steady, gust to 135, which gave it a wind chill of 108 below.
Oh my God!
Can you imagine that? I mean, that's
can't.
hurricane stuff.
Yeah.
That's what we deal with. When a hurricane comes through, 110 miles an hour. That's insane.
My God, you're gonna need a lot of moisturizer. Your phones are ringing.
Wind speed record. The wind. Someone got it. The wind speed record there is actually 231 miles an hour.
If anybody ever wonders, our caller works at a bookmaking joint in
Oh, is that in Costa Rica?
Costa Rica.
Got it.
Yeah. Says phone's ringing all the time. Freddie covers.
Freddie covers straight out of Guatemala. Come in, precio de Betis San Francisco. So it's I guess that was superseded by a Cat 5 down in Australia, which hit something like 254. But I don't think that's fair. I mean, this is just Mount Washington, and that was just a regular winter storm that came through at 231. That's amazing. I mean, think about this for a second. If it's 85 degrees here in the daytime, and that next morning it's 0 degrees, that's the temperature differential in one day.
I can't imagine. Yeah. If it drops 10, 15 degrees, I freeze my ass off. So I can't imagine 85. I freeze my ass and more.
Yeah, we used to go skiing up there as kids, and there was everyone. Someone dies there every single year. Winter camping, spring camping. And even in the summertime, people go up there, and it can go to 5, 10 below in the summertime, which is just crazy to think about, but it does. And that kind of wind. It's pretty amazing, really. I mean, and it's surrounded by other places where it's cold, but it's not cold, and the wind isn't blowing like that. So I'm curious as to how that happens, but I'm not a meteorologist.
I'm not a weatherman.
No. I took a little meteorologist.
Really, we don't know what I am, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we're working on it. We'll get there.
We're still trying to figure it out.
One of these days, we'll get there.
I'm a work in progress.
Sorry about that,
That's what we
Fred.
do know, yeah.
Needed to steer it back to Greek a little bit there.
Yeah. I could definitely fake being a weatherman, though. That's a good job I can fake. What else you got, Freddie?
Oh, can't anyone be a weatherman? I mean, really, you're only right, maybe 40% of the time.
You don't get fired for being wrong, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, you could just throw darts in there and be a weatherman, couldn't you? It's going to be partly cloudy and going to be a little bit breezy, and then here we go. And you could be correct pretty much every day of the week, but that's
especially here in South Florida.
Yeah, 85.
Mostly sunny, chance of afternoon showers.
Peace.
High of 80, 85.
You got to end it with peace, too,
Boom.
Jimmy.
Yeah, peace. Well,
that's how they do it.
That's what
You wake up
matters,
10 minutes early, take the other channel's news, and go.
That's what I saw. Lauren Oleski does that every time, too. Yeah. Peace.
Really?
Are you going to let her get away with that, Greek?
I got a call.
Are you?
I just found out.
Oh,
Thanks, Jim.
Got your back, little buddy.
I believe that. I do. I believe it. What else you got, Freddie? Who's going to win the Super Bowl, real quick?
I like Pittsburgh if they do the run and grind. I think they can do it. I think they have a defensive line.
Are they in the Super Bowl?
Pittsburgh's in the Super Bowl?
Wow,
When?
I had no idea.
Philly, sorry, excuse me. Did I say Pittsburgh? I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
Philadelphia, excuse me. But, if the Chinese really wanted to impress me, they should have taken it to Mount Washington this weekend. That would have impressed me. Maybe they could have gathered more intelligence there.
All right, so you're going with the Eagles.
I'm going with the Eagles. I like the Eagles.
All right, brother. Keep in touch. Thank you for the call. I hope you lose. Who do we have next, Jimmy?
You're so sweet. Really quick, can we get that red zone revenue word for the 1 o'clock hour? We have a couple people who text in, so I apologize. I'm just looking.
Well, the 1 p.m. Keyword for $1,000 of red zone revenue is grand. GRAND. Go to realradio921.com, and that little window pops right up for you. Just enter grand, GRAND, right there, and you'll be in the running for $1,000.
Thank
you. Next up on the Penthouse, we have Tony checking in with us. Hey, Tony, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Tony.
Love the show. Been listening a long time. Listen, I was just chiming in on that iguana situation.
Mm-hmm.
I detail cars for a living, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen what comes out of those things.
No.
When they decide to let go, it's got to be like, it's almost comparable to human waste. And then they have a habit of climbing above, like your vehicle or your home, wherever they're at, they go up top so that they can drop out of them because it's so low to the ground. And it comes out, first of all, like 6 ounces of liquid, and then the rest of it's just disgusting. So I don't blame the neighbors for being a little upset because it's not a fun thing to clean up.
I'm sure it's
Does not sound like it at all.
Terrible.
The liquid part's the best
All
of
of it. All of it was disgusting.
Then the disgusting part comes. Like, whoa.
It's like a human climbing up on a tree and just letting it go on your car is what basically it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yep. Sounds disgusting.
I've had to clean it many a times, and then if people don't, for some reason, see it, which I don't know how they don't, it'll actually ruin the clear coat.
Yeah, I imagine.
And then you have to worry about wet sand it or something like that. But I'll be honest, he would be better off going into the food service business and serve them up as delicacies or something like that. If he finds the island people eat those all day long, so trying to have a food show where he's feeding them, to me, he's not going to make as much money as if he was just caging them up and selling them as like chickens.
Yeah, I think he has too much of a like a fondness for them to probably kill them and cook them up.
Sure.
The fact that he says that they're like his buddies.
Yeah, I think he looks at it like his family. So the guy sounds a little half-baked.
Are iguanas fair game outside of a certain time of the year?
I mean, I don't know why not, right?
Okay.
Because you're right. I've seen even in California, Puerto Rico, like the islands too. I mean, iguana meat goes for a pretty penny.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny on the Little League All-Star game, the one kid goes, because I asked him what their favorite food is, and he goes, "Yeah, I love iguana." It was
wow.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine eating one of those things.
No, me either.
I would assume it's similar to gator. I mean, that's kind of my assumption. I don't know. Iguana tail.
The old typical tastes like chicken.
And yeah,
Who knows?
exactly. Greasy chicken.
All right, that's all I got.
Thank you so much, brother, and thanks for listening.
Thanks for calling in with us, Tony, and it's good to hear from you. Well, Franny, I got some good news for you.
I can take it. What do we have?
So sit down and take some notes because you're going to love this article that I've got for you. Move over, Upside Down Pineapple. The loofah is in town. Seniors at the Villages Retirement Community in Florida are supposedly tying loofahs to the tops of their cars to let people know that they're swingers. Different colors are supposed to mean different things. For example, a purple loofah on your roof rack means you like to watch, and a teal loofah means you swing both ways. Not everyone's convinced it's really a thing, though. Seniors are tying loofahs to their cars, no question, but there's another explanation for that's a little bit more innocent, right? They're saying that same rumor about swingers made the rounds on Reddit a while back, and someone who claimed to work at the Villages weighed in, and they said it doesn't mean that they're swingers. It's just to help find their car in a parking lot. Having a loofah on top makes it easier. Come on.
I have heard that's what they're saying, but it is the Villages, and things go down over there, so I don't buy it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't believe that you can't find their car.
You tie a loofah to your car to find it. No, you hit the alarm button, and so it goes bloop bloop, and then you find it like everybody else does.
Well, maybe their golf cart doesn't have a bloop bloop. Maybe it doesn't have an alarm.
They said cars though, not golf carts.
Well, no,
right?
but a lot of these,
it could be the same. I guess.
I just say that because that's a major mode of transportation in the Villages is their golf carts.
Okay. It's very true. I mean, I see your point, Franny, because it could be. But this is what gets me, all right? So I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm going to hold it up for our camera. So if you go to realradio921.com and look for Real TV, I'm holding it up. This is the color code of loofahs.
Yes, I've seen
it. Now,
yes.
I didn't print it in color, but I do have it typed out. Because you can see they even got the Villages logo and everything there, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, that's
it. Florida's friendliest hometown. So white, novices, and beginners. If you have a white loofah tied to the top of your car or golf cart, we'll say it both, that you are a novice and a beginner swinger. Purple is voyeur and people who like to watch, like I said in the article there. Pink means soft swap, people who like to do it with others in the room. Next up is the blue loofah. Tie that one up if on top of your car if you are considered the lowest level of full swap, those who can play well with others. Yellow is for mid-level swap. I didn't realize there were so many damn categories.
Right?
This is unbelievable. Mid-level swap for those who want to have fun but are still nervous. Black is a full swap. Those who say, what the heck, let it all go. And teal is for people that are bisexual, for those that want to increase their dating chances. There's a whole friggin' color coding on this. This is incredible. It's got to be real, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the difference? And Jimmy, I ask you because you're the professional here. What's the difference between a soft swap and a lowest level of swap? Right? Like,
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't. That's why I said. I mean, I've never heard of so many different categories, right? So,
but it's
soft
funny.
Swap, people who like to do it with others in the room. Well, that's not a swap. That's just being voyeuristic.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
And then the lowest level of full swap. I mean, I don't know. I didn't realize that's why. It's kind of weird.
Yep.
You gotta be careful what you're buying out there.
It is funny,
send the
though.
wrong message.
I mean, this is like international. It's not just now. This is like international news the Villages have made for these loofahs.
That's unbelievable.
I found it on all kinds of publications. And is it true? I don't know. I watched that Villages documentary. I want to say it was on Hulu.
You said that was...
And there's some interesting characters there. And they do talk about that lifestyle. Not everybody, obviously, but it's a thing, at least according to that.
You hear it a lot of times, sometimes in communities. Like certain communities have a reputation of having a lot of swingers.
Well, yeah, this is one of those communities. This is a community.
But isn't that mostly for seniors?
But it's still it's a community. They have their own towns.
Oh yeah, it's like a city.
It's not like an assisted living. It's 55 plus community.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard a couple areas, like I said, places in Boca where complexes, and you hear that, there are a bunch of swingers that live in there.
Well, I've even heard of assisted living. I heard there's crazy things that go down in there because all you got to do is just ride an elevator or go to next door. You don't have to go that far. You don't even have to go on your golf cart to get anywhere.
Hey, I'm not safe anywhere.
Yeah.
The one that I went to Publix yesterday, I wanted to buy a loofah, and the girl goes, roll out. I said, that's weird. No, it's not. She goes, we have purple. Do you want that?
Got a black one? That's full swap, baby.
Full swap. Bed Bath & Beyond is going to be smashed today.
And they're all going out of business. You're going to have to find your loofah somewhere else.
So, what color loofah do you have, Franny?
I don't know. I don't have loofahs. Loofahs are gross to me.
Really? You don't like them?
I'm not a loofah person. No, like I feel like they just sit there
everything.
and collect, and then the water, and like I've seen the pink mold that comes from showers. Like I just can't imagine those things being very clean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair
now,
enough.
the pineapple's been going on for years, right? Upside down?
I guess, yeah.
That's what they say.
And apparently so. I mean, I've seen, like real Instagram reels where like a woman would be pushing around a cart in a grocery store and she's got an upside down pineapple in her cart and she's talking about something else that has nothing to do with it. The idea is that you notice that the pineapple is
the
there.
signal's there.
Yes. Right.
That's the signal for you to approach or to talk to them about an encounter.
Well, it just means that I guess you're approachable.
Yeah. And that's what I would assume it means. Yeah. And then the girl looks at you and goes, "What the hell are you talking about? Just put my pineapple wrong."
The thing about it, though, is now I always assumed that the idea was that not everybody knew it, but only the ones that get it knew it.
Yeah.
Right?
It was
For
a
the
club.
most part. Right. So it was a signal without like
Broadcast
really
it.
broadcast. But now, I mean, everybody knows what it is.
But I think it's
you might as well just have a sign around your neck
We've
that says,
talked about
"Swinger."
it. Yeah, and I think we've talked about it, and especially here doing this kind of job, like we read stories like this, and it's one of those things that we just poke fun. I have friends who are, and so they are like, yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. He's got a shirt that he wears that's got an upside down pineapple, and it says, "If you know, you know" on there. Well, it has the abbreviation of "If you know, you know." And so,
hey, to each his own, whatever you're into.
Yeah.
You want to play right field, the other guy plays left, who cares? As long as when the ball drops, you catch it. It is the Penthouse on a Monday. Hope you guys had a good afternoon and a great night. Don't forget, after us, it is the News Junkie and the Greek Zone today, and then Lex and Terry. Jimmy, great job right out of the gate on a Monday. Never miss a beat. Thank you for everything you do with the contest every single day, the blog, and everything you bring to the airwaves.
Thank you, Greek. Thank you, Francis, and thank you for listening.
Franny, great job as always. Love your new tattoo. Lots of good luck with that.
Oh, thank you.
Great job, and thank you for handling the text line for us every day, because when you're not here, not only is it not the same, we don't
There's
do
no
the
text.
things that-
You got to admit, Franny, you really know how to handle it. Tell you.
That's why I was like, I'm the only one who can handle it. So
No, now when you're out, I just go into Cool Studio, and I check it out. And do a text
oh,
line.
okay. You check the text line there?
Yeah, we checked it out Friday. What do you got? Thank you very much.
What do you got?
Oh, is that how you were passing that along?
It has nothing to do with just going in there.
Yeah, he was talking on the show that go ahead, send in your text. I got it.
I just looked at a studio.
Really?
Oh boy. No, thank you for everything. I'm glad we all had a good weekend. A great Monday. Have a fantastic rest of your Monday. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, G-Man. And speaking of G-Man, you got some parting words.
It's National Compliment Day. Give somebody a compliment. And I just think that's so nice to make anybody feel a little bit better. Have a great afternoon, everybody. God bless. Peace.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice one on our Monday. Temperatures are in the 70s as we move throughout the afternoon. Low humidity, so it's nice and comfortable out there. Plenty of sunshine and a light breeze. Winds are out of the northeast around 10 to 15 miles per hour. This calm weather pattern continues again for the day tomorrow. Back in the 70s for Tuesday. Our next cold front moves in for the end of the week.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. Jackson Hewitt gets you your biggest tax refund guaranteed, plus a chance to double your refund or win weekly prizes with their Double Your Refund sweepstakes. File your taxes on the double. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents 18 or older who file a 2022 federal tax return. Ends 4/2/23.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
Hey, it's the Greek for Supreme Golf Carts. If you want a golf cart, this is the place to go. 2411 North Federal Highway. New or pre-owned, gas or electric, custom, they can do it all. If you want to be a baller and have a great golf cart, make sure you go to Supreme Golf Carts. 2411 North Federal Highway. And February 10th, the Penthouse will be in the house for the big game live broadcast at Supreme Golf Carts, 2411 North Federal Highway. If you want a golf cart, there's only one place to go, Supreme Golf Carts. Peace!
Men over 50, do you find yourself getting up frequently in the night to urinate? Do you have a weak stream?